Yes, here we are for yet another watch along, and by the looks of it, it is clearly a USA versus India one, not just because the fixture says it, because our panel says it, and don't we love it on cricket.com, giving you yet another wonderful Wednesday of 3.5 hours of entertainment, banter, rants, and plenty more. My name's Avanish, and as you can see, every day for all you people who are interested on social media, and I have, of course, the beautiful man in Vikas Shukla, who's buzzing today about a lot of things. We'll get to hear him. Vikas, first and foremost, how are you?
I'm good. Oh, it's the first ball already.
Already?
What was that?
What started on Watchalong?
Before we get to introduce Nicks, we have our first wicket here.
Unbelievable, man. And look, I don't know if I'm reverse taking it next through my panel, like I said, but hello, how are you? And what a start for India.
And you're
he's on mute. Nicks for the first time is on mute.
Yeah, because I said good on you to do an Akshay. So I didn't want to say it out loud because then you would have taken offense to that. But great start, bro. It's on before you get settled. Poor start for the new guy. Right-handed batter making his debut, sorts of. Yeah, tough times.
Tough one because he's coming for the proper captain, which is, of course, Manant Patel. And he, of course, had a niggle, according to Aaron Jones, at the toss. USA, of course, losing the toss. Rohit Sharma winning the toss and choosing to bowl first. So it might be an early finish, given that Arahsdeep, of course, is struck in the very first ball of this match. If you guys are joining us for the first time, please like and subscribe to our channel because we're doing great things and heading up to 90K on YouTube. Guys, what do you want to see in this match the most? Because I know Pakistan are backing India for starters. And do you think it's going to decide the fate of this group? Because the weather in Florida, which India play their last group game in, is dodgy. So let's just get the points here, right, Vikas?
Yeah. In terms of, what I am expecting, particularly from this match, I am actually expecting few runs from Kohli and Surya both. Someone who didn't get what?
He's expecting Surya to get a bat today. I'm scared then.
No, bhai. Acha, like that. Nahi, bhai. But I want, see, the thing is, I want some runs because these are the players who are not going anywhere till the last game of your, campaign. So it's better to get some runs at least. So that's first thing for me. But I don't think that these guys are gonna, score a lot. I hope they do. I really hope they do.
I'll tell you what, I get real confidence in this man who just walked into the middle, Andres Gauss, and of course, Aaron Jones, who comes in next. And next, I feel like this is a real test for the USA. I know they, of course, shocked Pakistan, and that was probably the greatest upset in cricketing history in recent times. But can they topple this Indian juggernaut, even though they've had a poor shot? What can they expect?
I think it's just about getting yourself in. We saw what Canada did in terms of yesterday and how they began. So again, Pakistan took their time against USA as well, which is that's out. Oh, no. missing. Probably high.
I think it's missing.
Yeah, and it's also good to have Avanish on the same. Yeah, I think it's good to have Avanish watching the same game as we are.
I am. I basically sorted out my data connection immediately after that day because it was a shocking one. But maybe it was fate. The fact that it was India Pakistan, I could watch it 10 seconds late. But it was a great game to, of course, watch. Go check out all the highlights in that one, which has been back. I think it was umpires call it best, to be fair. But none for one. USA sinking streams in. We're all watching on Star Sports, thankfully, today. And Arahsdeep, is that a wide? It is a wide.
It's wide.
It is a wide. So all you lovers on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, please, of course, give us some love on YouTube. There's plenty of stats to show you, which we'll get out of the way, which I didn't last time. And this time around, of course, the world has been celebrating 14 years of Virat Kohli because on this day, 14 years ago, in 2010, that is, he made his debut against Zimbabwe, hit a certain 26. There was a certain Tatenda Taibu behind the stumps, and how he's still killing it in his career right now. Arahsdeep, and there's no field on the boundary, so they will get two. And
do you remember who else made their debuts in the same game from India at least?
Manoj Tiwari, did he?
Nah, Manoj Tiwari was a famous game, but not Manoj Tiwari.
Badrinath debuted.
Ambati Raidu?
Nah.
Manish?
All 2008 batch.
सब एक ही मैच के प्लेयर के नाम ले लो.
No, to be fair, Ambati Tripathi, I think was 2006 batch, right? Wasn't he?
Yeah.
So who was it?
So I'll
Oh,
give you a
good
hint.
ball.
इतना आगे कैसे है भाई अभी तू? इतना
What do you mean? Good ball.
Star
the
Sports
ball.
2. अच्छा, हाँ.
Yeah,
Two
no,
ही है, मैं फिर भी मेरे को
I'm, I'm on Star Sports 1 HD.
Wow, interesting. Someday one is ahead, someday two is ahead.
Yeah.
Crazy. They can't even sort their.
But you know, but the
broadcast
Hindi broadcast, I think if you watch it on mute, is not bad because they just like have the best angles and they kind of
Then
don't
what's
care
the
about
point of
ads that
Hindi?
much.
Hindi? अच्छा, like you're saying angles and all, right?
Yeah, the angles and stuff. Like
Of
they'll have a
course, he's
split
watching Hindi
screen.
to learn.
But
yeah,
yeah, exactly. And plus the 454, it could be a
Yeah,
little
should be taken and
It's a
taken.
taken. Hardik Pandya snatches it away from mid-on. And whoever was it, it doesn't matter because India get their second wicket. Arahsdeep gets their second wicket. And what a start this is. Next.
As good as it can get. Happy to see India not do the mistake that Pakistan did by floating it up. They've hit the length, which is the right way to go. Sometimes it can take time, but good on Arahsdeep because Arahsdeep has been guilty in the past of bowling too full. So this is a good course correction from him. And yeah, as good as it can get. A key batter gone very, very early. Stephen Taylor, but I'm expecting a drag on to Mohammad Siraj for Stephen Taylor. So very early call. Hopefully, let's see.
Okay, let's see if that happens. But Aaron Jones walks out and so early on in the mix because 1 over gone, 3 for 2 USA. I'll give this watch along a like. And Nick's just mentioned it there, hitting the lengths. And in New York, this is the last game in New York in this World Cup. And we've seen pacers thrive in that length area. So Arahsdeep literally doing the studying that we, of course, have been providing him with cricket.com stats. Speaking of stats, let's get them done and dusted right now. Because I'll tell you, for starters, that Virat Kohli's batting versus spin in T20 since 2020. It has, of course, been on the up. And you can see in 2024 how prolific he's been with that sweep shot that he's, of course, brought out. And it's fantastic. He's speaking of Sky next. Not very consistent. But let's see, hopefully, if he does get an opportunity to bat today, he makes it count. I don't think he would because I think it would probably be an 8-wicket win. I might be wrong. But let's see. And moving on to Hardik Pandya, who we will see with the ball today. And I know Vikas is a huge fan of him. So let's see if Hardik comes to the party today and it'll just do him a little bit more confidence going into those Super 8s, I'm guessing, and that last game. And then there's, of course, Pant and his particular comeback to Team India, start in that Pakistan game. And I really, really hope he does it. I'll save the other ones in just a bit. But because the man has just walked out of bat right now, Aaron Jones, he, of course, stars in victories for the USA. But coming back to our reactions in Siraj's first ball then, absolute Jaffa. And I think Stephen Taylor, I mean, Nick, you were pretty close with that prediction. And he's on mute. Time today.
Technical glitches for a change, thankfully. But yeah, I expected him to go length. He's gone full. But koi dikkat nahi. He can get Jones that way. Koi load nahi.
Man, as an RCB fan, Siraj, come on. I really want him to do well. We know he'll do well, Vikas, in Indian colours. But he's not been, obviously, as good as Bumrah because no one has. And Bumrah's numbers, by the way, are just ridiculous. 20 for 5. 5 for 20 in 7 overs. Economy of 2.85 and ridiculous. But what are you expecting from Siraj today as he bowls another floaty ball? And I hope he gets the better of this battle. Even though Aaron Jones is a decent batter, what do you expect from Siraj?
I'm expecting to back the plans like Nick's also saying he is. I mean, with both the two balls, I think is a little bit too full right now. He usually takes time to find his length right, and you don't really expect someone from Siraj at least because you only have 4 overs. I really hope to that he should get in rhythm as soon as possible because offline we were also discussing with I was also discussing with Nick that is that the last game for him in this World Cup because we'll be going to the West Indies and we'll be dealing with only 2 pacers going forward maybe, but yeah, so he should make it really really count. And that's a very fine ball. Yeah,
good ball. Yeah, but yeah, I agree those thoughts, especially in the Super 8s. He'll be handy. Because I'm not sure if India will bring in another spinner on the surfaces over there. We'll get Nick's thoughts on in just a bit. But time to take some comments, which we haven't done so far, given the fact that it's been a frenetic start to this match in New York between the USA and India. The first time ever, by the way, USA and India playing in cricket. We'll have a fun conversation in terms of what other sports can USA beat India or vice versa, which is a fun chat to have. Hello, lads. Hello to you, Sachin Upadhyay, and hello to Sanjay Papagiri, who goes on to say, hello, folks. Do you think India might think of playing Kuldeep in the next game just so you won't be rusty going into the Super 8s? Might be a washout by the looks of it. So let's see. But Kuldeep is an inevitable given the services and investments, like I said. Yo, guys, long time no see. What's happening? All good, brother. Just meandering into the World Cup business end, I'm guessing. I know it's still relatively kind of midway to the tournament, but we're licking our lips to bring you some great content with regards to the Super 8. And already we've been killing it on our YouTube Shorts section. Go check that out. All kinds of stuff that you can get there. We, of course, spoke to Somesh, who did have a glance at India's batting session from Ground Zero. That's there. And, of course, a lot of fun, comical ones, if I say no more. Good ball, great stuff from India. I know this stadium, of course, has been very, very good for the bowlers, but still India on the money. Pranjal Revankar going on to say, if Kohli doesn't perform today, he's slop maybe in danger in the next match. Not really.
It takes birth.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And he goes on to say, Saurav Tiwari.
No.
So what's
the hints are, one is a keeper, one is a spinner. इससे ज़्यादा नहीं दे सकता मैं clue.
One's a Ridhaman Saha?
No,
not Ridhaman Saha. One's a keeper. Slight confusion there. Keeper who made his debut with Virat in that Zimbabwe T20 in 2010. Who is it? I like the hint, so we'll let that game kind of take its course as we go along, so you guys can keep guessing. Captain Ayub, Shaheen Jahangir was the guy who said he would show Kohli who is king. Well, that didn't end well. The guy who, of course, got out first ball.
Maybe he showed him on the field. No problem. It's okay.
Yeah, but you join us from Twitter, Captain Ayub, so really, really chuffed for that. Why no Manan Patel today? Apparently, a niggle. We'll try to get some more details for you about the injury, but the good news is he'll return for that last game against Ireland that USA have to play. Kohli's first match was at Sri Lanka, not Zimbabwe. This is a T20 debut that we're talking about. Yeah. He, of course, did make his international debut in terms of ODI cricket and international cricket against Sri Lanka. You're right, Greg. And where he faced off Chaminda Vas. I think it was Vas who got him out, if I might be wrong, but I don't know. Sanju over Shivam, thoughts? I think they're still giving it time. I know that. Is that a wide? Gets away with it.
It's not wide.
Thoughts? We'll debate this as well because I know there's a lot of chat about Shivam and his performances, especially in the last 7 innings. His numbers don't look bright at all, but India have stuck with the same team today. And OT20 is Ravi Ashwin plus Navam Oja. So, yeah, good on Greg for getting that answer and winning that competition between us at least. Speaking of competitions, there is, of course, a power play prediction competition which we'll have. So lock in your scores that you think USA will get in this power play by the 3.3 over mark. Meanwhile, Alok Khandelwal, hello to you, sir. New coach announcement update, please. We'll give you something. I've been reading a few articles here and there and trying to follow the grapevine, but we will give you something. So that chat can just hold its time in a bit. Yeah, Sachin, you're right. And USA played both their games in Dallas. It must be a drastic change for them here. Got that India matches in New York ends today. Yeah, it is, but they'll have to come up with it. And I'm pretty sure they've kind of up for the challenge as well. What is the power play predictions you're looking at? Because I know New York has been slow and, of course, tricky. We saw Pakistan in that chase yesterday against Canada also kind of taking their time. Do you think 40 for 2 from here is ambitious?
Yeah, very ambitious.
Very ambitious, right?
Yeah, I would take 30 for 2 if I'm USA. India probably 35 for 3.
Okay, Vikas, do you agree with Shubham Gupta?
No, we have to predict, right? So I'm predicting 15 more runs, 18 more, 17 more runs, which is what? 25, 26? 26 for 3, I'm predicting.
Okay, interesting. I think I'm similar. 31 for 3 is what I'm going for. in the first 6 overs. It's a beautiful day in New York, by the way. No weather problems whatsoever. We should get a 40-over contest. Alok is, of course, pertinent about making his point about the coach. Let's have our quick thoughts then about Gautam Gambhir as India coach. If it happens, when it happens, how it happens. Is it inevitable, boys? Because I really think that he has been showing his credentials as coach. He's done pretty much decent gigs in LSG, 2 back-to-back playoffs, and of course what he did with KKR needs no introduction. But I also feel he'll breathe a little bit of new fire into that Indian dressing room. I wouldn't want him necessarily to be the red ball coach. I would want that to be just, I don't know, Rahul Dravid still for a longer time. Many people might disagree with me or agree with me. But with Gambhir, I feel give him the job in terms of taking over the team for the next World Cup, which is in India, and build his whole squad from scratch. Because I feel for India, regardless what they achieve in this competition, that 2026 India competition has to be, of course, your Abhishek Sharma's and all your wonderful talent, which is a bloody conveyor belt from the IPL. So with Gambhir as coach, guys, I think he'll get the gig. And will I be happy as an Indian fan? Sure. Would I be really, really like chuffed to see every press conference? Sure. But
if it happens,
right now I think he's the best in terms of the Indian people in the mix. What do you guys think? Vikas?
So the thing is, I think the wave is with him. Like all the Gambhir chats are there, so everyone is already talking about the Gambhir era that probably happened. But the only problem, like you mentioned, your red ball setup and white ball setup. That's the only thing I would really, I would really be worried about. But if you really think about Indian team, or do you think these guys need coach? I think it's more about man management and how the mentality can be changed and everything. And the Gambhir is the right candidate for that, for sure, because he has done it in the past. And as a player also, you know that you can relate to that fearlessness with Gambhir. So I'm pretty pumped if it happens. But the only thing is, so the India won't have like a different coach for red ball and different coach for white ball for sure. But if it happens, then the red ball is the only worry for me. Otherwise, like all pumped for the GG era.
Okay, before I get Nick's thoughts about it, USA might have their first boundary. No, it'll of course slow up and they'll
Not
come
having
back.
boundary till the first. Either they are going for 6 or else they're not having a boundary.
Yeah, even I was looking at the boundary count in terms of the batters this time in New York. Pant, of course, 9 boundaries and 2 sixes, and then Rohit after that. And no one else has hit a boundary more than 3 times or something like that for any batter in New York. So it's been tough. Last ball, remember, for you guys to get your predictions in with regards to $500 being up for grabs in the Amazon voucher. If you guys called correctly, well done. So Turup Maktop, good to see you, sir. 28, you say. 25 for 4, reckons Sanjay Papagiri. Priyanshu Dhawan, 26, he going with. And Jahangir Pakistani American Red, I think he is. And Double A saying 23. Double A, good to see you. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. And Adyan Single saying 36 for 2, which is good. Sachin, you have a good question as well. I will take that in a bit, but just a complete.
Oh, yes, I know.
Great ball. Great ball. Last ball to lock in your scores really quickly. We're not going to take any more scores after this, so it only counts right now for your power play predictions. Next, just going back to that Alok Khandelwal question really quickly. How does it sit for you, Gambhir? Should he get all 3 roles, T20s, Tests, and ODIs? How do you see it?
Yeah, I agree with both of you in parts. One about both probably having 2 coaches, one for red ball and one for white ball. So with Gigi, he'll want authority, which is fair and fine. He's been mentor in the past and not coach. So those are 2 different roles. Agree with Vikas' point of view as well, that you don't need coach as much as they need a guy to just give them an identity. It is something we've discussed in the past, that I think it's about time Indian cricket has a lot more clearer identity in terms of the type of cricket that you want to play. And again, it's a slightly cliche term, but you need to have an identity that, okay, this is what you should expect from India. Oh, a very great defensive bowling unit or a great batting unit, which is not only dependent on top order, but it has equally packed performers right down the order. So you look at this IPL, you have SRH who have an identity now. You had KKR who had an identity. CSK have an identity. RCB played with a certain identity. So there is that is there. So hopefully that is what I'm looking forward to from Gigi, and you expect him to be, as I said, the authoritative one. So as long as he's transparent in the press conferences, that will be helpful, because then everybody can rally around and we'll not have these leaks and everything, because that hurts the system more than anything else. That some player is telling something to the media, some player is not telling something to the media, and eventually we are all always speculating. You don't want that to happen. So with Gigi, I'm expecting that transparency also. So again, my expectations are of same from anybody who comes into the setup.
It's in the air and it's gone for 6.
Hold you.
Siraj's pace. Siraj's pace. And Adam Jones just helps it over. He was kind of getting stuck there and restless, to be fair. But it ends over well for USA. But good thoughts summed up by Nick on that particular Gautam Gambhir as coach. Is it imminent? Let us know in the chat. But thank you for that little topic of conversation, Alok Khandelwal. And like Vikas said, I agree with him, man manager more than coach, and Gambhir has been pretty good at it. Just ask Sunil Narayan. 23-19 for 6 in respect, blocking in the quick power play prediction. Harsh Vyas, good to see you, man. And continue watching our watch along. There's terrific trivia and there's memes to bring out and conversations to be had with all of y'all who've made this cricket community grow. Nikita Sharma saying, I want India to do Sajish mein Sara Jahan Shamil hai to Pakistan for some reason, like they did in 2022. Can you please explain it to me? Because
it basically means we are plotting against Pakistan. That we want Pakistan to go out. I don't know.
Yeah, because USA, of course, are not going to be backed by the Pakistanis today. It's going to be Pakistan and Babar and Rizwan and Shaheen will be watching this, cheering India on for sure. Good ball again, and Bumrah's into the attack, so it'll be fun to watch this period of play, guys. What are your thoughts on Hazelwood's statement today regarding eliminating England in the group stage? I think it's going to happen, and it's going to be crazy, right? Like, imagine Australia in that last group game playing like Andrew McDonald and all those kind of boys just to like take the piss out of it and give Scotland the game, because England have to dismantle Namibia and Oman, and they're playing those games in Antigua, and again the weather doesn't look bright, so England could be out, and that's hilarious. Imagine England, New Zealand, and
New Zealand, Pakistan,
Sri Lanka.
Yeah,
imagine the group Super 8 wale group B, right?
And those are 4 World Cup between them, 4 World T20s between them. Sri Lanka, Pakistan have won 1 each. New Zealand, I know, haven't won it, but England have 2. It'll be absolutely ridiculous. But it'll be mad, sports fan, and even Priyanshu Dhawan asking the same thing. And it'll be a little tongue-in-cheek there, because imagine that, right? England will be watching that game, and it's their 2 oldest foes in sport, Australia and Scotland. So either way, it's going to be a tough watch as an English fan. 17 for 2, 4.2, and Bumrah's accurate, like we've seen him throughout. Shubham Gupta, we just had this particular discussion, and you asked a job question, which I think might be true, given my little understanding.
He will be the youngest person, right? I don't think anyone else.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless there was someone in the past that we are not aware of.
Yeah. Off topic, anyone saw the absolute debacle of football? Yeah, I saw that. Shambolic refereeing. Absolutely shambolic refereeing. And I know we needed to beat Qatar to stand a chance to go into the next qualification stage, but man, it's tough. What a ball that is. What a ball that is. It's cut him in half. And India and their bowlers, I mean, they are entering a World T20 and they've just started the tournament so well. 100 people watching. Quickly like this video, guys. We're aiming for 50 likes straight away off the bat. And then, of course, we'll progress it. But like this, all you beautiful people who always join us, sports fan, Interspec, Sachin Upadhyay, Prajwal, please do give us your likes. Yash Tirani, good to see you. Now, he asked us, Nick and Vikas, how does India not have an identity right now, though? In home tests and away tests and ODIs in the last 2 years and in T20s, you can't clearly describe their style. Fair point. How
can you actually? You can, yes, bhai. The problem is they've tried and they've said different things. No, they've said that they want to be aggressive, but it hasn't always come true. You saw that in 2022 as well. So identity is just not for one series. Identity is for a consistent period of time in terms of their selection also. How can you have an identity when you have Rinku and Jaiswal not part of your setup? That is not having an identity. How can you have 2 seniors who not played this format come back and say that they have an identity? that's not identity. That is just whatever it is, but it's not identity.
Look, I will chip into that point and I'll tell you one thing, right? I feel India have always had the safety first approach. And it's evident
Yeah,
that worked for them like a
yeah.
charm in the Mahendra
That's
Singh
the only
Dhoni era.
identity. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the only
But
identity. Yeah, yeah.
in the MS Dhoni era, at least when Dhoni had so many options in his disposal, when you look at how he even won the 2011 World Cup, and I think that's something which has plagued Indian cricket in terms of just depth in equal regard, and the game's caught up with them. But I feel they've also laid their identity in that Virat Kohli era, because you mentioned in home tests and away tests there. You look at the last 6 years, we've been lucky as Indian fans to see what we've seen. We have pulled off incredible wins. And I'm not just naming the top of the pops, Lords, and of course Gabba, which comes to mind, but we won everywhere. And it's absolutely insane to see that as an Indian fan, where you had Ishant, Umesh, Bumrah, and Shami just devastating oppositions left, right, and center. So that was our style, where we just go for the opposition's throat, and we were playing that sort of cricket. Right now, I feel that Rohit Sharma has been more tactical and more calm, and that's a different way of leading the side. So I get that, Yash. I absolutely get that.
But
Let's
Avnish, to reach to that level as well, I think we've spent enough time. Like with under Virat Kohli's captaincy from 2015, right? 2015, it's not 2015, 2016. We've got immediate results with Virat Kohli's captaincy as well. He eventually built, okay, these are my four pace bowlers, and this is how I'm going to operate with this bowling lineup at Australian condition, England condition. But lately, like Nick's also said, that two senior guys are coming back. Format that they haven't really played a lot, and just assume that they are going to be in the side, and they are back again. Like again, Nick's what rightly pointed out, okay, Rinku is not there, Jaiswal is not there. So basically, we have been saying something, but doing something else, and that aggressive mindset and all, it's good on in the talks as well, press conferences mein ho gaya, ye ho gaya, but then when it comes to the pitch, I doubt that we have been really executing it really well.
Okay, fair thoughts. In fact, to answer Tirani's question, we lost our identity when we sacked an aggressive captain, wrote his defensive like Raul's defense against Akhtar. And Tirani's back in the chat saying you can clearly describe India as a traveling test side that plays four paces no matter what that batting handicap. It was a combination, and they were clear about playing a combination of 6-5 all the time.
And that is just more a pattern than an identity. Identity is what England have right now. In terms of, again, I'm not saying you have to be baseball, but a very clear way of selection. Identity reflects in your selection of players. So that's where I wanted to start with. Okay, separate pools, clear indication. This is how we will bat. They had an identity when in the 2023 World Cup. That is identity. Selection, very sure. Okay, Surya did not work, but you could understand the logic there. So that is what I'm looking forward to as an entire system, and not just one series or two series or something like that.
Yeah, you mentioned England there. I would like to mention Australia as well, who've just been so loyal and, of course, brilliant in their selections with all those players that they've had to their disposal. Sure, they could get carried away for certain tournaments, but they all play. They all, of course, have been remarkable in their fitness levels as well. Sorry, how many chances are there that Park will qualify? In fact, I'd like to quickly just take this opportunity to plug in something for you boys and girls, very special. Where is it? Because I saw it the other day on the app. In fact, today, more than anything else. And that is, of course, the qualification piece for this particular team. And there's South Africa, of course, Nepal. We talk about all the other teams. So go check that out, because what it also shows you is Sri Lanka's chances as well as Pakistan's chances. Pakistan really hoping that, like I said, India should win today. And then they, of course, don't want to see USA even take 1 point. Let's just put it that way, Yuvraj. But thanks for your question, and subscribe if you're new, please, Yuvraj Makija. Thanks for that. We were just thinking about that as well a while ago. To your point as well, Shubham Gupta, he's 42, so he might be the youngest, or won't be the youngest, as you put it. If Champions Trophy is 20 over format, what do you see in the future of Virat and Rohit in T20s? I don't think he'll go down that path. I know there's been some clamor, but I think it's historically been an ODI competition. It should remain that way. I think it should be scrapped, to be very honest with you. But many people might not agree with me. England supporting Oz, Pakistan supporting India, America being rivals closer. Wasn't aware of this. That's what cricket and sport does, right? I mean, sometimes you want certain scenarios to work out as well. Pranav Anand going on to say and ask, in fact, Nikhil and Vikas, does playing on these surfaces affect those teams when they move to the West Indies leg of the tournament? I know they're professional, but on a bright note, India has shown a lot of intent on these pitches too. What do you feel, Next?
Yeah, it is true. Of course, it affects teams. You've seen how even yesterday, Pakistan. You've seen how it's affected South Africa also, who bowled a lot more fuller here in their game against Bangladesh. And see, it is of course easier said than done. Something that Vikas alluded to at the start of this watch along about Siraj taking time to find the right length. Now, this is despite him playing all these games here. So, when you have even when you have played games that you are finding time, taking time, so it is going to be difficult to find the right length, and which is why that's outside leg. Yeah, the
Outside legs.
the problem happens in most likely in the power play more for the bowlers also, because you are supposed to not bowl full here, but if it is swinging in some conditions in West Indies, whether it is St. Vincent or some other venue in Trinidad, you have to adjust quickly. You can't keep bowling short. So that difference will be there, and teams will take time. Some will be able to just adapt quicker, which is where selection will also play a part. That who do you select and when do you select them? So uh, it will play a part for sure. How much we'll only know once we see enough of all the venues.
Okay. By the way, just a quick update. I don't think anyone won that particular power play
Yeah.
competition. Unfortunately, 18 for one after six, and it's 18 for two. Beg your pardon, after six, and Bumrah's back into the attack. So expect the scoring to be low again today in New York. A lot of people, of course, have asked us this, Adyayan, and if you think there is a slight malicious context behind it, I don't know if the ICC will perceive it that way. And I think Australia will be professional enough, as much as they have banter and tongue in cheek. They will be
But
professional.
still, I still feel it's very naive to say that in public. Uh, Again, you don't see what eventually happens. We can only guess. But even if say Scotland win now, somehow the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, they did this on purpose. Now
Yeah.
you do not want to discredit a side, right? So again, if you were saying tongue in cheek, ensure that you're saying that it is tongue in cheek, and that of course we will try and knock England out however we can. That's a different debate. But when you say that okay, we'll do this on purpose, you're entering into gray areas, and there is no way ICC will be able to prove. They can say it's a tough deck. We did not. We didn't have to bat at 160. So then, if head bats 20 balls for 10 runs, everybody will tell us the same thing. Okay, this is
Gadabade.
It
gadabad. So you
doesn't have to be that drastic. It'll be anything, and people will hold on to it.
exactly. I mean, we don't even need logical reasons for people to go down through. ये तो और ज़्यादा तुमने बोल दिया कि it is something that we can try and do. So ठीक है, मतलब it is something to say and something to do, and how to say how to do.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, shot pop from Bumrah.
Hey!
Back on that. It's beaten Pant, and it's gone away for four. And it's a much needed boundary for the USA, especially however it comes.
What do
Sorry.
you guys think? How should USA look into this particular innings? You should just try to bat till the 20 overs, or I mean, what should be their strategy? You're playing against India, right? You know that. I don't think there's a bat.
I think it's
White
right.
plus 4.
I just think these two should just bat till the 10th, 11th over. I know they still have the likes of Corey Anderson and noteworthy middle order, but I would say if they get anywhere 120, 125, they would have done themselves a world of good. Just whether they play 20 overs or not, brilliant for Virat Kohli. Holy shit.
Also,
Tiger.
because the thing is, the net run rate will be also crucial for them, because things drastically change, and
No, net
Pakistan.
100 will not matter only, bro. Net 100 will not matter, because firstly the game will not happen. Game
Yeah.
नहीं हुआ तो USA anyways qualifies. Again, the assumption here is that weather is very bad. So that is the number one assumption. Yeah, okay, weather is bad.
Okay, let's quickly just banter some more comments because they've been coming in thick and fast. The only reservation I have about the KOHLI episode, the clash of ego shouldn't happen. Yep. Do you see separate squads for ODI and T20 under GG scores? We spoke about that just a while ago, Alok. And I think there should be. This is a side that prefer a full pacer. Oh, what a
what a
ball that
reach!
around the wicket. 25 for 2, 7 overs gone, sink your streams in.
Is that sorry? Is it also the first time Boomer has ever bowled the seventh over?
Maybe.
Maybe. I think it's the first time he bowled two consecutive, like consecutive as in like back-to-back times of 4, right? Or no?
Yeah.
दो ओवर स्पेल तो लास्ट गेम में भी करा था व्हेन ही
किया
बोल्ड
था।
टू रिजवान क्रिएट द चांस एंड देन बाबर को आउट किया नेक्स्ट ओवर में ना
We can check with our stats man on that, producer, if you can pull that out for us. Alok saying, do you see India going to Pakistan for Champions Trophy or hybrid bottle? I don't know. I don't know how it's going to pan out. It'll be very interesting to see India go. And whether that resuscitates ODI cricket, India going to Pakistan, all of that jazz with it. At least India has played a lot in the Caribbean in the last 6 years. They're well aware of condition there, in my opinion. We hope so.
In retrospect, bhai, you think India did not play enough cricket in Ahmedabad?
A lot. It could happen on the day. Oh, good start from Hardik in his first over, and he continues in the second over. And even Aaron Jones has been kind of circumspect so far right now. Pranamadan saying, America's one country whom Dravid Khan asked his usual question, Kya apna oil ke baare mein kabhi? It's not so. That is good.
I have a joke also which I can't share here. I'll tell you in the private chat maybe.
Okay.
इधर बोल के तो वायरल हो जाएगा. मेरे को वो नहीं चाहिए.
Okay. India did slow down versus England in the 2019 World Cup match, and also Scotland hates English more than also hurt a lot.
And
a wicket. Hardik gets his wicket. Siraj holds on, and the Australian, I was going to say, the American captain has to depart. Aaron Jones goes for 11 of 22, and this doesn't look good for the USA, I'm afraid. Just doesn't look good.
Yeah, but I think they've done decently well to just stay in there. They've been very smart in not wanting to take any risk versus Bumrah. Ekdam Paresh Rawal, बिल्कुल risk नहीं लेने का, which is fair and fine also. As you said, the catch for them, I think, is unfortunate that Jones got out because I was expecting the battle between him and Aksar and Jadeja. He loves to play to the angle on deep mid wicket, and Aksar and Jadeja would have been really good to bowl to him. But again, maybe chance for Taylor Saab to do something, because remember India have had some notorious times against lefty openers. So let's not go into more details for that.
No, it is, of course, a key observation. Vikas, another wicket for Hardik Pandya, another short ball wicket for Hardik Pandya. Is that a good sign or what?
So, see, any wicket for right now. See, the thing is, last time also I actually shared a very good story. So if you see 2022 India versus Pakistan with Virat, who was standing, who was there? Hardik Pandya with bat. In the last game with Bumrah, who was there?
No, it was Ravi Ashwin with bat, actually.
I mean, for the longer time.
Building the stand.
And last match as well, who took 3 wickets? 3 wickets, 2 wickets, right? 2 wickets. Last match also.
2 for 24.
Bhai, yeah, Hardik Pandya is a big match player. He has proved it. Pehle bhi. And
fair.
Or but just a fan, bro. Like, he is someone I consider him as like a champion bowler, champion player rather on the field. He has done enough for Mumbai Indians as well. Pehle bhi. He's done really well for GT as well. Catchy or even when India lost in all the finals, semi-finals, 2017, he's performed. 2022 against England, he's performed. So ठीक है.
Asli ID se aao Somesh.
I have been like Avanish and I had like huge debates. How can you like Hardik Pandya? Just like this.
I just don't understand him, because if he just doesn't want to play Test cricket for the country, it's just bizarre. It's just bizarre.
But he's not fit.
He's not fit. That's what
I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. So I feel like even for the ODI World Cup, fine, you can't have like such a bad luck with injuries, but it's just like Virat, for example, is never going to the NCA.
If had Hardik played that, semi-final, final or whatever, India had better chances. With
100%, but he wasn't there, was he?
Yeah, but because of injury, it's not totally his fault, right? Some players are just unlucky in terms of injuries.
Let us know what you guys think as well. There's some more comments coming through, which I will take right now. Ramji B. Joshi, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Yaar, USA say lost hona chahiye Indian team. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen by the looks of things because Nitish has walked out a bat. India all over USA as Hardik Pandya got his first wicket and has kept it tight. All the bowlers have kept it tight. And this Watchalong might be an early finish, like I keep hinting, because they're 26 for 3. No one won the power play prediction contest, which was worth $500. But there you go, the stat. This is the 5th time Bumrah bowled the 7th over, like Nix was mentioning and asking. Not
Fair.
the 1st, but the 5th. So
Only
good.
full 5th.
Yeah, good question nonetheless. We were speaking about cricketing identities earlier, and Yastirani again with this particular comment on basketball. Yeah, and I get that point as well. Meanwhile, Sanjay Venkateshwaran are asking similar things that Shivam Gupta is asking about Shivam Dube and whether he will get an opportunity with the ball. Would you guys like to see that, Shivam Dube?
Yeah, why not? Especially when if he's going to be if he's going to be part of your plans playing in the West Indies, which you assume he would be, then I would want him to bowl a couple hours. Don't give him the over randomly in a very important game. Like abhi kuch nahi ho raha, bhai to kuch karke dikha. That won't work out unless that is a plan. Think away nahi chahiye to aisa karo, but hopefully that won't happen because once you have spin conditions and deck slowing down, you will need Shivam's contributions because hitting spin mein there are very few people and abhi ke liye Rishabh is hitting but Rishabh can miss it also. So you want to have Dube in that confidence also. Remember he had a difficult end to the IPL, did not have the best of runs towards the back end. तो थोड़ा विकेट भी आ जाएगा तो कॉन्फिडेंस भी बिल्ड हो जाएगा कि and again won't be surprised if he bowls now also. So let's see. Perfect time.
Next, actually, it's good जब ऋषभ miss it कर रहा है. This is the only. अगर वो hit करता तो शायद out रहता है. It's like it's better if Rishabh Pant keeps on miss hitting.
Oh, it is Dube.
Oh,
It is Dube.
Shabash.
On
Catch
point.
it!
No slip.
No
No
slip.
slip. There's
Hey.
no fucking slip. Are you serious right now?
यार 26 पे 3 पे स्लिप नहीं रखोगे तो कब रखोगे यार वो
And
भी
even for a dibbly dobbly pedestrian pace bowler, military medium, whatever you want to call him, he's induced the edge. And what a start that would have been if he did get a wicket first ball.
भाई
And now will Rohit keep a slip? Good outswing at a start, no gentle loosener, whatever. Little bit of lateral movement, and it would have been a healthy edge to first slip.
Babar ball to get out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Babar yesterday was ridiculous, by the way. I was wondering how the ICC didn't come in heavy on him for bloody pitch tampering with a bat, like landing in that area, but they let it go. A single over there, 31 for 3. Let's see how much USA can target. That prediction contest is open as well. Introspect saying, but Knicks by the India themselves changed the pitch and Ahmedabad to your response to the earlier one.
that's what
That's
I'm
what
saying.
he does.
Identity is talking about.
वही तो बोलने का था मेरे को आइडेंटिटी यही तो है आइडेंटिटी
Glad you put it in words.
Yeah.
मैंने
मैंने नहीं
And
बोला.
Alok, we're not answering this right now. There's plenty of
we've
other things
done
to talk
enough
about.
we've done enough
We've
on
done
this.
so much of IPL chat in the last 2.5 months. Go check it out. It's all there in our review shows. We've, of course, even spoken to
what a
some
ball.
fans about who they should retain for their personal franchisees. Hello to Jagmeet. Hello to everyone joining us right now. Like this video. We're aiming for 50 likes. Please, right now, 50 likes. I'm not going to say anything else for the next 5 seconds of this watch along until you guys like this video. I know you guys are watching us, listening to us. However regular you guys are, you know the drill. You know the drill. So 5 seconds, I'm mum. Right, you're watching the Watchalong on cricket.com. That was
Okay, now he's father.
It was 4.2 seconds. I get away with that. Change of hairstyle, change of luck for Pandya. Avanish, you like Jadeja, you don't like Pandya. Bro, it's just a personal opinion. I like players who like playing all 3 formats of their country and keep themselves fit.
Oh,
So I've
he's a
always been a
selector.
Virat Kohli fan.
He's a
And
selector.
because getting some appreciation and backing from Priyanshu. And look, every Pakistan game as well, Hardik has performed. So from that perspective, yeah, sure, I like him. But the proof will be on June 29th if India do get there.
What a
Oh,
shot!
pulled away for 6, is it? It is.
Should be.
What
Should be.
they
Should
were
be.
2 6s and 1 4 so far.
But I think now Dube is going to be really easy to kind of pick on for someone like Taylor who's been there, weathered the storm,
Yeah.
and got, taste of faster bowling. So Dube will be, right up his eye line to go gung-ho on it. Suri saying, I think the cricket system worldwide has failed. Talk about the massive humanitarian crisis in Gaza. It shows how sport is so elitist and insensitive. I agree with you, and I'll say no more. Because it is, of course, going to open up a larger chat, and we're doing a watch along. But thanks for your comments, Suri. Hi, guys. Is everyone in sync today, or is Avni still behind? Thankfully, Prayash, I'm, in fact, 1 second earlier
Earlier, yeah.
than Knicks and the boys,
compensating for the last
which is
game.
good.
He's
Avnish,
a direct. He's directly called the ICC. Please, I want ground feed. I want ground feed.
I mean, I was going to sync into the VPN actually, which is kind of fast. To be honest with you, if you guys know your proper streams, you'd know. Introspecting Avnish Dube won't bowl versus strong teams. Mark my words, he would bowl with Bangladesh, Afghanistan, and I get that hunch too. Like, when have you ever seen Dube thrown the ball in a high pressure game? Let's see if he gets.
Where have you seen Dube before?
In a high pressure game, ever. Even for Chennai, he would
Last
bowl.
year's final. That's the
Last
bad.
year's final.
IPL.
Chris Nunez, good to see you. I believe this is the last campaign for the most current playing 11 after the Test Championship. Most likely to start playing for the future. Let's cherish these moments, indeed.
Of course.
But that's what we said last time in Adelaide in 2022. But let's see. Let us see. Only thing that will slow down is vodka today. No vodka today. It's just Wednesday. It's just a Wednesday.
Oh yes.
It is not gonna happen today. So no booze, just like food and some good chats. Just good chats. This 6 puts to bed Rohit's fantasies about Dube's bowling. I mean, I gave you a little bit of a disclaimer as well with regards to how Dube could get pumped, and he got pumped because Stephen Taylor might really now go for it. Might really go for it. I get that hunch at least. But lads, I feel like if USA make it out of this group as well, that just does them a world of good. And I feel like
100%.
there now talks with the ICC of opening up more cricket there, so people will go there generally because of the venue, right? Everyone will want to go to New York and Florida and all of that. So I think USA in the next 5-10 years, they could probably be taken to that sport if they just start liking it somehow. Because I read this article in the New York Times how it was India 119, Pakistan 113 in terms of the scoreline, and it's normally a basketball sort of headline. And I was just like, how is this going to be taken upon a nation where they already love their baseball? And I know they have a huge Asian diaspora, so there's a lot of grounds and parks which see cricket there, and that's why you see even this whole US team pretty much made up with Indian players. But whether they're actual US citizens who've been smelling this sport called cricket and loving it, that's the catalyst. But did you guys see the facts and figures from the India-Pakistan game and how much money the ICC made through just the tickets to the gate? So 34,000. The average dollar price for the ticket was $1,300. So they made $15 million just through that game. If we had
that was the entire purpose. That was the entire purpose of the World Cup. So
every other game this World Cup is, I think, average ticket price is like $120. Which is roughly about $9,600, $10,000 Indian money. So that's mad, bro. Like, imagine $1,300 and people would have paid much more, and flight tickets and this and that. So it's good, and summer of sport, so they must be loving it there. Summer of sport in Europe soon, and I can't wait for the Euros to start on Friday. More football action to, of course, watch after a while. Akshar Patel into the attack. He's already, of course, bowled 5 balls. But how much of Akshar will we see in this World Cup? Will he still keep his place, even in that spin-friendly?
Is it the third time that we are seeing Akshar over like Jaddu to start the bowling?
Yeah, and again, it's just could be very, very off the mark, but signs that Akshar is probably your first spinner. If they want to choose again, you can never know. They've backed Jadeja in the presser also, but it's good. It's good. It keeps Jadeja very, very honest. Last time Jadeja bowled actually first, Vikas, in terms of Akshar bowled after the 10th over, and Jadeja bowled first. Jadeja bowled 2 tight overs, and then Akshar Patel came into the attack. So this time, because you have a left-hander batter, they probably preferred giving the ball to Taylor, giving the ball to Akshar Patel versus Taylor, and not give it to Jadeja.
there's one video where Yuzi is talking to Aksar, where Aksar was explaining how he planned to Imad
Plan.
Wasim, and that was actually like really brilliant in terms of he was packing his okay mid wicket pe nahi marne dunga
Correct.
point
पवन नेगी
and
को भी यही करना चाहिए ना.
क्या बोल रहे हो?
Pawan Negi also should have done the same, right?
Oh, India versus USA, guys. Let's talk.
By the way, tomorrow's game, I want to wake up for that and watch that game, man. West Indies, New Zealand. I
Yeah.
don't know how that's going to go, but it'll be mad internet ad. I will miss Avanish's convincing fake reactions today. I would consider a career in acting. I mean, that time I was just trying to do my best because it's India, Pakistan, and a lot of you guys, of course, tuned in. Chris, going on to say, I disagree with the statement about Hardik. There are only very few test fast bowling all-rounders in the past. Hardik balances the team, but I agree. I also tend to respect the test players. Thanks for your thoughts. Chris, tell us where you guys are watching from. And Chris, are you watching from the US? Because I remember you've always been part of the cricket.com watchalongs and our family and the community. So where are you? Just in terms of a geographical curiosity from my side. There is, of course, a power play prediction done and dusted, which no one won. But the first innings prediction is still there. And there's 10 overs gone, lads. And it's 42 for 3. So what are we thinking here? Even 100 from here looks tough. What is the par in New York, bro? 94 or something. What? Par score here, 94.
120, 120.
It's
Run
like
a
our
ball.
terrace cricket.
Yeah, the runner ball is key. And I think they can get to 100. They have Taylor. They have few good hitters down the order. You have Harmeet Singh, who's yet to come. So it's about just getting in and not giving it away. See, I don't think Jones gave it away. It was a good ball, good short ball from Hardik. So I'm actually expecting Siraj to come back into the attack after this break and try and break this stand open because you have Corey Anderson, who's yet to come. So of the fifth bowler ka quota, you already have 2 overs done. Shivam Dube ka ek, Akshar Patel ka ek. Akshar will still continue. So that
Yeah.
is, uske end se he can keep bowling. So interesting to see if they can still get to 100. I think they'll get to 100, probably 103 or 104, 105, something. I feel they can get there.
Okay. Evening legends, evening to you, Vikramaditya, and good to see you in the chat. We're going to have some good conversations about random stuff in the next 5-10 minutes, so stick around for that. 126 saying Adya and Singhal. So you reckon 84 runs from here, Mr. Singhal? I love that. And I want that, to be fair. Where is the combination of Sehwag's extremely condescending...
Was that? No?
Ooh,
Going down.
so.
Yeah. But
I'm
Siraj,
not-
it
let's-
is.
Can you give us some more context, Suri, please? Next watch along, Priyanshu
It's
Dhawan.
about, I think Sehwag said ki Shakib should go and let the other players come and play for Bangladesh because he hasn't done anything or whatever.
It's not condescending, to be fair. It's just an
No,
opinion.
it is. No, it is condescending. Wait, just let me get to the code.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
हाँ,
Next
मतलब-
watch along, meanwhile, is India Ireland. Beg your pardon, India Canada.
Catch
From Florida.
it!
Oh, good shot. Great
Great.
shot down the ground for 4. It'll trickle through or no. Well done.
Fielded, yeah, Surya.
Pull back
क्या
in.
बात है?
Pull back in. But mid-off is up, and no wonder they went for it. India, Canada, whenever that is, join us then. And then there's a slew of watch-alongs because we've been missing you every day in terms of live content. And I know you guys have been watching the afternoon show every time. I did the one yesterday, I think it was. So go check that out and give us some love there as well. Heck, Day by Hair saying Superhero Rises. I have my hair. Just my hair. It's fine. I'm wearing it's cap day today because New York, Yankee cap. And I know these boys were wearing the Indian jerseys, but I just
Yeah.
decided to wear just the USA colors to just make it even, Stevens.
Yeah. So Sehwag said, you are
Hmm.
Shakib Al Hasan, not Adam Gilchrist or Matthew Whedon. You are a Bangladeshi player. Play according to your level. Why did you try to play a pull shot during that time against Nokia? That is condescending. I feel thoda.
But
That's
with
how
Sehwag, I think you have to take them with
मुझे
a
लगता
pinch
है
of
सहवाग
salt,
को
right?
बहुत ज्यादा seriously लेना is not the
No, but that's not something to make it normal. Now the thing is, you,
But
me, or
he has
others
done
might
it.
find it.
He has done it. He has done it in
That
past.
doesn't make it. That doesn't justify him.
That doesn't make it okay.
Okay.
That doesn't
So
make it
the
okay
point
by
is,
any stretch.
he's fine to be very bold about his statements. It is just that when you don't have to say you are a Bangladeshi player. It doesn't matter from where you are. So and
And
again,
it's not basically stupid, bro. Like it's like
और वो
I mean,
शाकिब है भाई, वो कोई भी हो, वो शाकिब है.
yeah. But I
enough.
One second,
there
but
are a lot of times
Sehwag
when
hasn't.
actually-
Sehwag has never been like really careful about the things he said. Like even that one thing
of
that he said to
course.
Vikram Sathe about Murli and his thumb
Oh,
and all
that
of that
is.
stuff.
I don't even want to mention that. And
Yeah.
recently, that which is that Australian podcast, bro? Where
So,
Gautam
yeah.
got him. So he said,
Yeah,
"Ki,
are
no,
pretty
we are not. We are rich and all. Ki Indians shouldn't. We are not
Why
poor.
would I? Why would I take a BBI? Why would I take a Big Bash contract?
So Indians should not play the overseas leagues and all. See,
सब
all those. I mean, I just don't take seriously. He was just a very good.
यार बोलने के लिए अच्छा लगता है ego boosting, but
Not
doesn't
ego
make
boosting.
sense.
It's just like he thinks at that particular moment, he thinks he's like savage moment or something like that.
हाँ वही मतलब it feels as if बोले हो नहीं है.
हो जाता है नहीं भाई. If you put it in
Meanwhile,
context,
meanwhile, by the way,
Yes,
Chris
yeah.
does say that he's from US, and he's originally from South India with a funky name. Never missed a show. Is amazing. Thank you, lad.
Thank you
Amazing
so much.
to know that we have that love coming from that part of the world as well. So Avanish respects players who only play 3-4 matches. Does he? I mean, there was no WTC, if I'm correct, when UV and Rana were playing, were there? I mean, essentially, I've always loved Test cricket and I wanted that to happen. So, and given the fact that UV and Rana, to be fair, if they had the fast bowling capabilities like Hardik, they would have also wanted to play, and we've missed that for years. So that's just my opinion on it. Thoughts on the game tomorrow morning? West Indies, New Zealand should be an interesting game considering the different styles of play. I want New Zealand to just go there and just spoil the mix because West Indies have been so confident, and it opens up that group as well. So just as a cricket lover perspective, I just want New Zealand to go and probably upset a few fans over there, but I think West Indies will win. They've just been fucking clinical. So good to see that. Sup boy saying Shashank Chaudhary. Good to see you, Shashank. And 13 of 12, Nitish going well so far, saying Sanjay Venkateshwaran. And Vikram, yeah, we of course have just spoken about that indeed. Right, so just guys, I want to ask you something. USA India, first time ever in cricket today. Which other sports do you think we will hammer them or they will hammer us? I think hockey is the only other sport where I think it'll be kind of close. The others, I think it could be either them hammering us or we hammering them. Like in tennis, I think they will win. In badminton, we will win. In badminton, we'll win.
Yeah, badminton. Yeah. I don't think there is only one Canadian player actually. There's not even American. So yeah.
Kabaddi, yeah, for sure. Shooting, I think we can win.
Shooting.
Yeah.
Won't comment on that. Sorry.
Shooting, I think we will win. No, wait. आप कहाँ से लेते हैं यार इतने सारे medals वो? They take it from swimming, at athletics and all. But yeah, I think shooting will win.
They're strong everywhere, but India. Oh, guess that?
Six.
Oh, come on. And Taylor and Leach is one for 6 more.
Yeah.
That's a good shot. And like Nick's mentioned a while ago, there's something about left-handers against India, especially the opening kind. Indeed. Hockey will hammer them, saying Priyanshu Dhawan. Yeah, indeed. And India's best team in Kabaddi, they're the Beasts. We will hammer them in javelin too. Wrestling, saying Sean Malik.
Volleyball.
Oh, good. Oh, bowled him.
Is it?
Bowled him.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm ahead of the lads. Come on.
Good.
4 down.
Anyway.
And the Chennai man is there.
Chennai man is there. We were just discussing that.
Vikas, 1 second. Avanish, who took the wicket?
Akshar. Wait, they've not thrown the ball to Jadeja yet, man. Jadeja would have he's giving him a chance to shine.
Oh. Jadeja may not even bowl today, but okay.
Yeah, no chance in volleyball, I guess. Volleyball are there.
WWE Great Kali versus Andre. I mean, yeah, sure. They are known for their shooting, but generally India have thrived since the Bindra era and all of that. So we've been pretty good. Also, I feel football, even though I think they'll probably beat us 2-0 or 3-0. I think it'll be a game, but if India are losing to, of course, Qatar and stuff like that, then USA that they might beat us in football. Tennis, we already discussed. Cricket will hammer them. Obviously.
Yeah.
We're showing you that now. But do you guys think that actually India will start touring the US more now after this World Cup And imagine it just becomes a new Zimbabwe series for all these
That
guys to
was
get.
मेरे मन में वही था word in terms of how they toured Zimbabwe for enough time. It won't be bad. It won't be wrong as
It-
long as you send the right people.
It's just that the youngster will be more keen to go to USA than Zimbabwe. Yeah,
But that's been happening for years now. India's youngsters have been going to the US in terms of all the students, doctors, engineers. Now only cricketers also are now pending. So even cricketers will go, which is nuts. But 57 for 4. Another ball left in the
Oi.
structured over. You guys have another 3.1 overs precisely to lock in your first innings predictions, because you guys can win 500 fucking bucks on Amazon from us indeed. Americans are known for their school shootings. Unbelievable. We'll allow it because it's Wednesday and we're wonderful like that. Badminton will hammer them. I did say that a while ago, Priyanshu. But yeah, love the fact that it just got so interactive all of a sudden. Suri going on to be chatty and asking
Because
us, guys,
Goti,
oh, is that a white? Sorry?
Goti.
Marbles.
Marbles. Why doesn't the ICC care about middle and working class fans? Why are stadium fees needed? Why can't they be subsidized? I mean, that's a whole different chat. I feel like
Forget ICC, even BCCI.
yeah,
Bro, but why to be fair to them, like, वो कमाएंगे कहाँ से? और कहाँ?
उनको कमाने के लिए that should be the last ever resort for any organization कि BCCI कमाएगा, वो जाने दो.
BCCI के बारे में नहीं, but ICC उनको तो बहुत time है.
ICC BCCI से कमाता है. BCCI कहाँ से कमाता है? TV
That
rights.
is the reason. See, the thing is again,
TV rights.
like Avanish mentioned, only India versus Pakistan gave them this much. ठीक है? But
you have enough system.
But they have to, other games they had to play anyway. They had to host. So it's just one game that if people are still ready to pay and all. I mean, again, like I'm just thinking in their perspective, वो कहाँ से कमाएंगे और?
See, they have other avenues of making money, right? Like broadcasting wise, now that India has been massive in the amount of revenue
one should watch the game from.
So that even sponsors like your MRF or your Nissans or whoever that ICC have as their main sponsors, paying huge bucks to them. Hardik Pandya, could he get another wicket? No. Nitish has come down the track for them. And 61 for 4, 12.1 if you guys are listening to us and not watching the match, just to give you all an update. But yeah, Shashank also mentioning it over here. They earn mostly through selling media rights and sponsorship. They don't need gate income. And I feel more than the price, fine. Everyone is willing to pay a huge price for tickets. Like Vikas and me saw thousands and thousands of fans this IPL who would never spend that kind of money in their lives on their weddings. But because they want to see Virat Kohli and an MS Dhoni together, they will put all their life savings in that. So India's passion for cricket is mad. All I would say is, if you want to make the price high, just make the experience higher in terms of not just stupid things like, drinking water, and that's a problem, or anything. Like, just look at how sports is in the US or the UK or in Europe. The experience a fan that goes to a stadium and he gets is madness. That's why people travel overseas to see a Wimbledon game, because they know they're going to get amazing hospitality and like fan experiences. And India's, is that a 6? Is that out?
Shot.
That's a brilliant shot. What a shot. That's shot of the match. That's the best shot of the match.
Poor ball from Hardik. Bowling slot, we've discussed not bowling full.
True, but again, credit to the batter for going at it.
Of course.
And adding some impetus, but short of the match for me right now. But coming back to that conversation, I feel like generally fan experiences in India for the cricket fan can be elevated.
100%. Like, fan experience should be top notch, bro. So for otherwise we see the conditions of our stadiums as well. Sometimes and
again, I'll also say that I am also happy to hold the fans accountable. That if they are people who are not behaving the right way, put them behind, ban them from attending. I'm okay with that also, but just give them enough for them also to feel, no, I do not want to be the bad guy here, and just be there and enjoy the occasion.
We've met one fan, I think, Avanish, we've met one fan in Hyderabad who actually went to Ahmedabad in the last IPL final without having a ticket. Imagine that. From Hyderabad, she went to Ahmedabad without having a ticket, and she was just outside the stadium hoping to get a ticket.
Oh.
That's the kind of, and only for MS Dhoni. Oh, what a shot
Oh,
again.
1 second, it's in the slot again, and this is a poor ball. The first one, yeah, okay, it was in the slot, but it had to be put away. But this one was as easy as they come. So not the best of overs from Hardik, but it's all right. The USA trying to get on with it, and I'm pretty sure we'll see the run scoring improve right now. But good points made about them. And Suri going back to that chat saying, guys, they absolutely don't need the stadium fees. And by the way, it's the only inflation is a bit less. There's huge income inequality in the US, just like India. Yeah, and I get that. And I get that for sure. First of all, to travel to New York and to stay in a place in New York, and then, of course, go for the game themselves. If you're talking about an average dollar price of $1,300 for that India-Pakistan game, imagine how much you would have spent overall, indeed. Most tickets aren't even open to the general public, though corporates, VIPs, police, the allotment is pretty unfair towards the public, saying, so your money that. So I appreciate that comment and that point. Good to see you and a good evening. I also feel that, especially IPL games, you made a very good point. How many just get, I don't know, sold in the black market with regards to the VIPs and the corporates as well? That's a separate whole other chat. So that comes into it. But fan experience, just to finish this point, stadiums have to be improved in India. And that doesn't just mean every time India is hosting a World Cup, they'll get a fresh lick of paint. They have to, of course, improve in terms of food, beverages, in-stadium experiences for fans, maybe like some sort of museums and some sort of things to for fans to do. So, look, it can only get better, and we hope it does, because even when you're trying to wait for tickets to purchase outside the Chinnaswamy, there's just lines and lines, and we're living in an online world, so I don't know where this can be, of course, accelerated and why this can't be stopped. 4.95 run rate is really decent in this pitch. Saying Ayush, good to see you.
5.39.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. 72 for 4, 13.2. So it's happening, guys, for the US. They're building slowly indeed. Nitish Kumar versus India. I hate him. These political jokes will come out till he's here. What's the point of having a big stadium and small entry points? That man, Ahmedabad, you might be having
Don't even talk about the Ahmedabad stadium, bhai. It's the worst experience I can.
So bad.
हम तो stadium में गए भी नहीं, but we can still imagine. There's only one sort of big gate, you may say, but 1 lakh people coming out of that game, guys. Come on,
It's
insane.
Shit, absolutely shit. Do you guys remember when fans lined up like sheep for World Cup tickets? BCCI gives zero fucks about fans because they know 50,000 go away and 50,000 will line up. And that's the thing. That's the thing about Indian sport and how it is. And no one would ever think about boycotting games ever, unlike, we've seen in different parts with different sports as well. Corey Anderson of the old. Is it going to be the Corey Anderson of the old? We've seen him, of course, hit a 36 ball 100 in his life.
We should get back to the game. It's already
the game, and there's also just 7 balls left. 7, Tala, for a reason, that you guys get your predictions out about right now with regards to cricket.com's first innings score. What do you guys think USA will get? I think one man said 126. I think it was Adyan Singhal, and he's on course to get his prediction right. So we'll only take your comments till the 15th over.
Was that?
In terms of the predictions.
No,
it's fine. 80 for 4, 14 gone, and it'll be good to see. 1 second. Suri asking us, guys, can you do an episode where you talk about how cricket can give back to the Indian society like LeBron James does? He's built an amazing school for kids from working class American families. We'll probably think of a topic like that, and when we, of course, kickstart the second season of Monday Night Live, we'll, of course, have topics like this as well. And thanks for that, Suri. Really appreciate that. The way Vikas ranted against the Ahmedabad Stadium gave me angry rant man vibes. May his soul rest in peace. May his soul rest in peace, indeed. Vikas, what are you going for your predictions right now? Because I know you have 1 over to flirt with the line and lock it in completely, but 142 saying Sanjay and 120 saying Vikram. Are you in the midst of them saying 130, or is that also wishful?
136. It's too much. 130. Wait.
136.
No, 136 is too much, bro. Wait, 54 in last 6. No. 124.
Okay, 124. Next, are you going higher or lower?
No, it's something in the same range. I would want to go 118, 119 because two Bumrah overs, but because Aksar is done, they've bowled one over of Shivam, so he doesn't have to bowl again. So just counting the overs that way, this is the 15th. Arahsdeep has one more, so that is 16 done. Siraj bowls one, that is 17, 18, 19, and Hardik has to bowl one. तो उसके ओवर में फिर भी 10 आ सकता है. So that's the only calculation that I'm doing.
Okay, interesting.
Ah.
132 saying Prayash Payal and Puyal. Sorry.
No.
And he also goes on to say, I'd love to see an episode dedicated to associate cricket and players from those countries. Well, again,
We have associate experts.
we have a couple of associate experts. Go check out what Jeet and Pramod had to say about everything. I know Prayas joins us in the morning as well. We really appreciate that. But even after the World Cup, we've got some stellar new ideas willing to be fleshed out. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe and press the bell icon right now, because we're not going anywhere, even though it's been an excellent summer of cricket. There's so much to look forward to this year. BGT included later on, the Women's World Cup. And speaking of the women's side of things, we're going to be doing India, South Africa, and the bilaterals as well. So Akshay will be keen to speak to the girls and get their thoughts pre-match, post-match, and all of that. So onwards and upwards for the women's game. Nani
one more
Kaur again, stop using racist like first word, third word. Man, Suri, you got to understand that Nani has been like that. There have been a lot of people like that, like Chachant, who are slanderous in the comments. So I understand that you're kind of policing them in the chat, but that's just a banter between you all.
One more thing. Do you think wicket is get? What a shot again!
What a shot that is! And it's
Pakdo.
gone. What a catch that is! What a catch that is!
Oh, shabash.
What a
Siraj.
catch that is! And
Shabash.
his sunglasses has hit the boundary ropes, but he's
That's
held
okay.
on. And
What a
he's
catch.
stepped in. That's fine. That's
I mean,
absolutely
I'm
yeah.
going to say very, very maybe unpopular. I don't know, but Siraj doesn't drop many, right? Or no?
I mean,
बाद में.
he's not like the worst, but he's not the best either.
He's not the best fielder, of course,
But he's not
he
the
does-
worst either.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I was. I would have expected.
Alluding
rather.
to.
No, but very well
What a
held
catch,
on. I think for a second I thought he was going to misjudge it, but he holds on, and India get the fifth guy out from the US team, and essentially 581. And you guys have two more balls left. And Nitish Kumar, I think you play the shot of the tournament. Sorry, shot of the day, not tournament. Let me not get ahead of myself. The shot of the day, but also the innings of the day, in my opinion. So good on you for your 27-23. And who knows how much the US will get. So two more balls tell us. I'm going to lock in my prediction right now and say 115 is what the US are going to get. Nothing more, nothing
What did you
less.
say?
I want
119.
115, 119.
26, 115.
Yes. Appreciate you guys taking my comments on social issues. Your channel is the only one with empathy. Man, our channel is everything in terms of making you guys feel counted. Because essentially, what is sport without fans? And what is conversation without fans in terms of sport? So you guys help us have random chats, and we'd love to jump on any conversation. If you guys have known before, not just Suri, but others would know that we talk about everything here and we don't hold back. Opinions about Hazelwood's comments, we spoke about that earlier, Shashank, but in a nutshell,
And just
it
to
won't actually be done.
Yeah.
It'll be just tongue-in-cheek. Huh.
yeah, and if at all the match officials find it a punishable offense, Marsh could miss out for 2 games. So good luck,
Yeah.
Australia, trying to do that.
Lovely.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know who the match referee is. I think it might be Javagat Srinath, the match
Will
referee.
confirm.
Oh, then
that
definitely
one.
he's getting.
Then I want an Ashes rivalry ignited. फिर भाई, content होगा भाई. We can go live during. We can do a watch along for that game.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, good ball, Arahsdeep. And great fucking spell by Arahsdeep. Potential man of the match already. 3 for 5 in 3 overs, yeah. Like we talk about Bumrah, and Bumrah is always going to deliver. But when you see Arahsdeep and, of course, the others getting wickets, including Hardik being the 4th pacer in this tournament, is brilliant for India going ahead. Right, time to, of course, lock in your predictions. And you guys have, most certainly, like us, I've said 115. Vikas has said 126. Nix has said 119. And Adeyan, you've said 131. Sachin saying 117. 114 saying double A. 111 Priyanshu Dhawan. 116 Jagmeet. 102 Melville. Okay, fair enough. And Prajwala saying, "Oh my God, that's an upgrade for Siraj as a fielder." I think that was what Vikas was alluding to as well. And fair to miss 2 games and let England qualify, saying Nani, they'll take it because they anyway have Cummins as a backup captain. Yeah, so who cares about Marsh? They'll get in Green, they'll get in Cummins. It's okay. Love the Hazel comments. Hope it's done. Hope it is done.
Deliberate edge. From
Educated,
Kohli.
Deliberate.
educated edge.
Deliberate.
Oh, what I was actually asking you guys was, do you think is the wicket getting better? Because I'm asking this because मैंने आज थोड़ा drop in pitches के बारे में research किया, and also there's going to be a trivia video as well coming soon about drop in pitches. So yeah, you tell me, because the ICC basically asked, why is this pitch behaving like this? And the whole thing about, the pitches are not really made in Adelaide and brought it here. Only trays were made in Adelaide. They brought it here in December in Florida, and they grew wicket there in Florida because of the temperature, because you can't grow it, and you can't really develop a pitch in New York from March to December because it usually snows there. Really? Yeah. So maybe because of that. And then it bought from Florida to New York. There are 10, 4 on the wicket. Sorry, 4 on the turf, like on the ground, and 6 for the practice, 6 for the practice pitches and all. And the reason was mentioned that it didn't allow a lot of time to settle in for the turf.
Correct.
And secondly, also the overcast condition, and they also said, I actually I'm actually forgetting the name. Damien HOUGH. If you can please tell me what's the pronunciation. Damien HOUGH. So he also said he observed a sprouting between the cracks as well in the grass. So that's the reason that he's getting the lateral movement as well. So yeah, this video is also coming up soon. So
Good teaser.
Actually, almost a movie.
My opinion on these drop pitches, it's only been done to facilitate a game in New York been happen. As simple as that, because no other place in the world would you have dropping pitches. I know you would talk about it in the past at times, but all those venues are not natural cricket venues. So essentially, I don't agree with it. I know this stadium was not even constructed within 4 months of its time. That's a top edge which could go for 6. It does go for 6.
Bumrah 6 खा लिया.
First ball 6 against Bumrah. That's something Harmit can write in his book, of course.
Man, in the first 2 games, Bumrah 5 for 20, like I said at the top of the show, in his 7 overs. Today, none for 19 in his 2.4. So it could happen to the best as well, where the luck goes against you. And Bumrah's done nothing wrong, by the way. I'm not insinuating that he's bowled anywhere badly. It's just that it's just not been his day, essentially. But yeah, the drop-in pitch is a good point mentioned by Vikas over there.
And the catch on that, as Vikas said, these things they take a lot of time. Usually, decks pitches are also squares are also relayed 8 or 9 months at times prior to the start of the games, because it allows them that much time to settle down. Now, even after 2 weeks of those first games, you can see the pitch already settling down. And again, one of the key reasons for that is cutting off the grass that's there in the cracks, something that Vikas mentioned. So please, ज़्यादा हम नहीं बोलेंगे. Do look, check out the
shot. That could be 4, or no, that could be 2 or 3 potentially. It has to be 3.
4 running,
and they'll come back for 3. So good over this. Essentially, they've got what? Shit, they've actually got
14
runs over 14 of this over.
Wow. Is that the most?
Wait,
that could be the most expensive over at this pitch.
Yeah, maybe.
And that goes to
Bumrah.
What an irony.
Unbelievable. More stuff to be said. Right now, drop-in pitches have indentations up and down, which eventually go after 4 or 5 months. Yeah, and no matter how much of rolling you can do, good ball and well played as well. But great over from a US perspective, 95 for 5, 16 gone. But look, we're not going to see any more drop-in pitches going ahead in the tournament, because they're all going to be going at it. Thoughts on the Euros? Who do you back? I'll be surprisingly cheering for Portugal this time, and Holland is always my team. I've always supported Portugal since Euro 2004, which is the first ever Euros that I watched. So I'm going to stick with them this time around. And I think it'll be England, France, Portugal, Germany is my semi-finalist predictions. But you guys can tell me what you guys think. Hey guys, joined in late. This pitch seems to be playing much better. 140 seems par. Which game are you watching, bro? No chance. 140. 120 at max seems par. I would say even 110 max seems par. But we're going to see, of course, around 125, 130 today. Let's see also one particular comment made by Karthik, because we've of course addressed this as well. We're talking about Pakistan backing India, and of course India, dare I say, will lose in purpose to see Pakistan out. I don't think that'll happen. Cheeky comment from Shashank. Arahsdeep is probably the good thing to come out of PBKs in 16 years. Only good thing. Ouch. How are you guys holding up with all these tournaments? No, I know what you're gonna say. It's fine. How are you guys holding up with all these tournaments? Is there a breathing space you would like? Is there a chance of cricket fatigue for every stakeholder? I mean, you talk about Virat and Rohit having replacements. We don't. We go at it. Cricket.com, come in sunshine, in rain, in snow, in all conditions. We are there. And that's our aim right now, because we're all passionate blokes giving you all the content you love 24/7, 365. But it takes a toll on us. Like the IPL did take a toll on me. That's why I needed a little break and a breather. Akshay has disappeared off the face of the earth. He conveniently comes in, only does the afternoon show and fucks off. I have no idea what he's doing. But essentially, we all kind of have to kind of reserve our energies, right? Because we don't want to ever get burnt to the ground with it. We won't, because we love the sport. So that's how I see it. Top ball. No, I think it's hit his shoulder. It's a dot ball. Similar way he got, I think, who was it? Fucker out? And he got Shakib out as well in the warm-up game. So that was that. But how do you guys do it in terms of, I know Vikas, you're what, a year and a half now with us, and Nix has been there for a while longer. So how do you guys juggle it around, especially with cricket being a job?
It's no work actually for me. I mean, just like it's just fun at the office kind of thing. But yeah, it's at the Watchalong, it seems like matlab I have to really essay. Otherwise, though, I'm like this in the office and just talking about anything and everything. But okay.
And the Watchalong,
I don't feel it like, I don't feel like I'm working, as long as I'm like really traveling and then working, and then two other shows are also in my plate. But thankfully the team is good. Like everyone is taking care of their stuff, so it's good, man. It's good.
You look at it from a commentary perspective, you look at it from an expert's perspective, you look at it from a broadcast perspective, and how anchors need their time, and not everyone can do everything, but we actually try to. That's why even many people are asking me, my close friends, every time they follow me on Instagram and all of that, and they're like, why aren't you in the US? Why aren't you doing fan cams there and stuff? It's tough. It obviously, there is, of course, a cost involved, but we would have loved to have been there and be there, and it would have been great, but it wasn't to be. Nix, how do you cope with it? Because I know you juggle many hats in cricket. It just comes natural to you and you love it, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the single most reason for me to be in this field. The only reason that I wanted to do this is because I never wanted to feel like I'm putting in an effort. So all this is, of course, very privileged to be in a position to be able to do something that we love madly about. But even in this field, I had a time where I was properly fatigued because I was working, over delivering, trying to be everything. But you all have that phase where you realize that, okay, you need to take care of your body as well, and you need to take timely breaks. So that's what I did after the IPL. I'm not as rich as Avanish to go to international trips, but I made a domestic trip for 4 days, and that is how I try and. But the thing that you can be assured of, even there, I was watching and following cricket as much as I can, because it is something that keeps me sane. So for me, the fatigue comes only when I have to make efforts when things are not in my control. But when they are, and I try to be as organized as I can, so that just helps me just plan my life that much better. Because without cricket, what else we here for?
Bro, cricket consumption for us versus cricket consumption for Nix is totally different. So his fatigue, compares to us is like
The threshold is different for each one of us, which is fair.
Yeah, and I get that for sure. It doesn't come down to me being rich and all that bullshit. It's just more-
रहने दे
ऐसे बोलेंगे तो फिर मैंने अभी तक यही नहीं लिया है क्या बोलते हैं छोटा वेकेशन तो
Oh, 1
in the
second.
air!
It's 1 miles
catch.
in the air.
hopefully शांति
Oh,
से
What a
बोलो।
catch,
boy, catch
Pant, yaar,
that
you beauty.
Brilliant,
शाबाश।
man. And Pant
भाई
again.
क्या
And these are one of
keeping
those.
कर रहा है भाई Pant? What keeping is
insane.
doing, man?
And like
Insane.
you mentioned it last time as well. First of all, I'll talk about this catch and I'll just get back to that point. But running in, and again, here's a man who just like, I'm sorry, but I want to bring in that fact that he's come back and he's just doing so well. It's mad. It's mad. And this is not an easy one at all. He had to kind of pretty much go to square leg himself, and fantastic glove work. I was going to make to that point that even he caught really well against Pakistan, especially that one off Tucker where the helmet was there and you called it at that point in time. But yeah, appreciate that question, Suris. Thank you so much for that. Random stuff happens in the watch-alongs, conversations galore, and that's what we like. Quickly like this video. Speaking of it, I want 100 likes. Next is our target. So like this particular video and help us achieve our target because we're going to be soon hitting 90,000 subscribers. And it feels so good because I started off the journey with cricket.com 1K odd. And to see it grow 90x is madness. And I thank the rest of my team, and they've been fantastic. Same, bro, that Ricardo masterclass in the penalties died without his gloves. That, and plus, I was a huge fan of Nuno Gomez, the Portuguese striker. Everyone thinks, oh, yeah, you're just a Ronaldo fan, bro. You're going to back Portugal. Sure, I am a Ronaldo fan, but I was also a Luis Figo fan and a Portuguese football fan. And I'm going to Portugal later on this year. So I'm delighted with everything. Indeed.
And he's saying he's not
Oh
like
my
chal.
You can plan your holidays. You don't have to do small domestic holidays.
But for planning also, you need money to plan outside. We can plan everything in life, but
yeah, for sure. So you just choose because like there's also a certain thing that you reach in life, right? Like sure, you start your career by driving a Maruti, but then you go to a Civic, then you go to a Merc. Obviously, it travels with time. So I would just put it down to that. Meanwhile, 1 second, I just want to take some comments through the score because we still have 3 more overs and we've all given our heads up. And I wish someone wins a 500 buck coupon right now. Nix did say 119. My 115 might be surpassed. His 119 might be surpassed. And if we actually see that, we'll see a good game because it's not going to be a walk in the park for India and be like, yeah, bhai, 16 over mein chase kar lenge. I don't think it's going to be a scene. But let's see how much they get. Spain runs in my blood. Our time has come finally. From a Euro perspective, Harmeet skies this one in the air. And it's put down. Who is the culprit? Who is he? Is it Shivam Dube? It is Mohammad Siraj. So you take a blinder and you drop a sitter. That is Siraj.
Kidhar hai Vikas?
Why does Vikas bhai look like Saurabh Tiwari?
Shaved. Short hair Saurabh Tiwari.
And Akhil Nair saying Nix's cricket appetite is greater than Virat and SRT's combined.
Yeah. बोलता है अखिल भाई.
ए यार सिराज साले. हट.
इतना हार्ड भी नहीं था मतलब पकड़ लेना चाहिए था.
Sanjay saying any reason why the umpire collects the ball every time there's a DRS review because they don't want anyone to tamper with the ball at that moment in time and because there's normally a huddle with the team, so it's just always good to be in the umpire's hands. We did speak about this shambolic officiating earlier. Not happy with the larger result as well. Shashank saying since Knicks consume so much cricket from all around the world, which associate nations has the best natural talent for cricket? Also, if possible, make the best combined associates 11. Is that too much to ask for right now? Do you want to do that as a mid-innings conversation?
Yeah, maybe what we can do is we'll make 11 in the innings break from the teams that are playing for now. In terms of associate nation with the best natural talent, see there are a lot of other options as well in terms of is that a wicket?
Oh, it's another one.
Is.
Are we going to be seeing some fucking history right now with Arahsdeep and his bowling figures? 4 for 7. And I know Umar Gul got, what was it, 5 for 6?
5 for 6. Yeah.
Yeah, against New Zealand in that 2009 World Cup.
First ever 5 for in T20 cricket. That was Umar Gul.
Yeah, 100%. But he has 3 more balls, guys. And I really want it to be like a 5 for 7 or 6 for 7. I know Deepak Chahar still holds the best figures for India in terms of T20s. But that'll be fun indeed. Sachin going...
Just to close this, close that call about... See, you have a lot of folks playing county cricket from the associates as well. You have Netherlands who have a lot of people who are not playing this one because they are playing county as well. So there is a lot of talent out there. If you follow enough T10s as well now, there is a lot of natural talent as well. But the point is, everybody has to get enough game time. You see, someone like an Usman Khan, he was with the UAE for enough time. Then he got gigs elsewhere. He played well. Then he got into Pakistan, and now he's banned by the Emirates board, but he's playing with Pakistan. So that's a good way to have that talent flowing. I think every one of them, Ireland, you talk about Netherlands, there is a lot of depth. There is Jersey as well, who Jeet has talked a lot about. So there is natural talent in a lot of these spaces, but it's like cricket's money doesn't go to them as much as it should for them to develop it into something bigger. So maybe we can have that conversation with Jeet also one day in Aram Se Shant when he's there for one of the watch-alongs.
Indeed, Arahsdeep just too good today. Saying Prajwala, absolutely. Let's see what else he could muster. 5-wicket haul, is it? No, it's a single down the ground, but still 4 for 8, and that is terrific from.
Most wickets for a left-hander, left-arm pacer in T20s for India.
Yep, great stuff. Great stuff. By the way, left armers have been ruling the roost. I can imagine already some really good spells we've seen. Trumpelman for rookie for Afghanistan. Arahsdeep today. There have been other, of course, performances where you guys could tell me as well. Avanish, some career stop at Civic. This is the one I want to take. And everybody can't go overseas. They can. If they just plan it logically, they can. 100% for sure. And just, of course, just try to make what you have to make out of your life as much as you can. And that will just set you in good stead. The 100 comes up for the USA, and that's a good effort, yeah, from them. I mean, essentially, it's been a dodgy pitch. It's been well documented how hard it is to get runs here. But 100 for 7 in their first ever match against India. And it's not them just being blown away by top-class bowling. They've stood the test of time, and they've hung in there. Final ball in this magnificent spell from Arahsdeep Singh, which is already a man-of-the-match worthy spell. Can he make it 5 for 9? Come on, Arahsdeep. Come on. And like Prajwala said, and like we've all been said, he's been fantastic today. Is that a fifth? Oh! Nearly a fifth for Arahsdeep, but the over ends and Arahsdeep spells.
Good job, Arahsdeep.
Well. 107. Brilliant, Paji. 100 for 7, sorry, in 18 overs gone. So 2 overs left. So still all our predictions intact. 115. Can they get 15 or 19 or 28? Keep your comments coming through on this wonderful Wednesday watch along. We're going to be doing many more in this World Cup, given the fact that it's going to actually take off. Now, I know we were talking earlier about how England might not be there. New Zealand, if they lose tomorrow or, of course, in the morning later on, they, of course, might be going out in the group stages. Sri Lanka, difficult one for them to take against Nepal, because you would have felt that Hasaranga would have been looking at that fixture and been like, you know what, we could, of course, get some points here. And it's a sad state for them. And Pakistan is well known anyway. So it's going to happen in this World Cup. There's going to be a lot of things that people didn't predict, which is going to come true. Bumrah's final over then. 3 overs gone, none for 22. And they'll get a single to fine leg here. Let's see if they can, of course, create some early inroads and make it a game to remember. Imagine if USA beat India. The first thing that everyone will, of course, tell the world and their social media and their friends is, oh yeah, this is a good one for India because they wanted to see Pakistan out and all of that bullshit. Arahsdeep spell, the perfect reply to that jackass Kamran Akmal. I mean, essentially a lot of Pakistan experts have just been going over the top. I don't know if you guys heard what Salim Malik said. He said Imad Wasim purposely batted slow so he could take the game deep and then eventually lose it for Pakistan against India, which is mad. And then in that Rashid Latif and all these guys are slanderous, bro. They're proper slanderous.
The first business is YouTube now, I think. And just like,
I don't know if you guys saw that Wasim Akram rant and Iftikhar.
Yeah, not Iftikhar, yeah. Iftikhar as well, or with Sidhu, you're saying? That was
with
also
Sidhu,
quite brutal. Yeah.
Iftikhar only, right?
Yeah.
Dube gave USA the momentum. Jaiswal would have done a better job with the ball, saying Greg K. Somesh actually told me that Jaiswal was bowling yesterday in the net, so I don't know how much these things will actually happen in the game, but it's happening behind the scenes.
So So in 64 matches, I mean, just if someone can, recheck it as well. In 64 T20I matches that Jasprit Bumrah played, in 31 games, he's bowled under 6 runs per over. 31 in 64 T20I games. It's insane. In a
One Bumrah.
T20I game, bro, come on. And now he's like six runs per over against USA. That's again just Bumrah. But
And
yeah,
that's what makes him the bloody jewel that he is. He's just so good. And we're all lucky to have him as Indian fans right now. Final ball of his spell. Sorry, another 2 left. And they've just got 3 runs of this over. I don't know whether they're going to go for it or they're just going to wait for the last over. And like Nick's mentioned earlier, it could be Hardik Pandya bowling the last over.
No, Siraj.
Sorry,
Hardik Pandya is bowled out.
Siraj. Adyan Singhal saying Avanish Bhai, Rashid Latif is probably Pak's best cricketer when it comes to knowing what to say. He's condemned all the things that have been said by their former cricketers. I mean, the Pakistan cricket conversations generally, but anyone is just always said in a bad limelight, and it's tough for them to take because they're so passionate about their cricket. Oh, slow ball, nearly getting the bed of the batsman there.
Vikas bhai, guess my captain today. Vikas bhai, guess my captain. Guess.
Arahsdeep.
Vice captain Arahsdeep, captain Bumrah.
Oh, unfortunate.
It's becoming a pattern since the IPL now. Whenever I make just say
सूर्या को क्या किया तुमने उसके हिसाब से सूर्या का
लिया ही नहीं.
But Intersect is saying Bumrah is doing good but not taking any wickets. Oh,
अरे यार मुझे लगा बोल्ड हो गया.
No. Just want him to smash alls this time, indeed. Anyway, Bumrah's done with his spell, and that means India, of course, just have 1 over left to bowl in this match against the USA. 103 for 7, 19 overs gone. Keep your comments coming through. You're watching the Watchalong on cricket.com. It's a unique idea which has worked well for us, where we watch the game and pour our thoughts and reactions out. If you guys are watching for the first time and joining us from different avenues of social media. Yeah, I know we spoke about the Pakistan thing, but generally they've changed 3 coaches. They've changed 3 directors.
The head coach joined 15-20 days back, bro.
Exactly. They had Babar as captain. They went to Shaheen. Then they went back to Babar. Apparently, Shai, the Freedies, come out and said that according to
Babar
Shaheen,
should have said, Kesh,
according to Shaheen, according to Shaheen, because of course, father-in-law, son-in-law, the fact that he feels that the whole camp is against Babar, but the players don't care. The players know that they won't get the axe because the coaches will get the axe. So that's something that even Wasim Akram said. So Pakistan cricket in absolute shambles. Shashank, we got to say, Pak cricketers all just have personal agendas. No one really cares about the state of the game. All just looking out for themselves. Yeah, I mean, you look at even how kind of some people perceive Babar as a selfish cricketer playing for records. I don't know. I don't want to go there, but I understand why fans would look at him like that. How do you anticipate India's 11 change for the West Indies condition? Kuldeep comes in for whom? I think he'll come in essentially for one of the pacers.
Siraj.
Or
difficult to drop Arahsdeep.
Siraj.
Even if he takes 3 here.
He's bowled well today, but again, his figures won't reflect that. And can he finish well? No, it's 4. Van Shelvik and Virat is just like, okay, fair enough. You get 4, take it. 107 for 7. And guys, I think my prediction, it could be touch and go here. 115,
Only yours is close, I guess, no?
Yeah, it is touch and
go.
Or
next to complete, they have to score some 12 runs now.
I mean, let's see if that can happen. It could happen. 4 more balls left. Where can Siraj bowl to these tail enders of the US? He gets a dot ball. I mean, on this pitch, people are saying a good run rate is 4.95. The required rate for India would probably be 110, essentially, if it is that end. Sorry, 5.5. The target will be 110, correction. So that still give India a little bit of a test before they move base to Florida, then eventually the West Indies in this World Cup mission of theirs. Priyanshu Dhawan saying June is the date where we will be playing in Australia. Can't wait. Oh, 1 second.
No, nothing.
They'll come back for 2 here. They should at least. And they do easily.
Jaddu!
109 for
By
7.
the way, how many overs has Jaddu bowled?
They're saving him for the better teams, bro. You got to give a chance because they know Akshar's not going to play the other games. Let's give him. time out there. And then Introspect responding to Priyanshu saying Dhawan absolutely can't wait for him to knock off Head and Warner in the first spell, then Maxwell in the middle order. I mean, let's see if that happens, lads. Isn't it the coach's job to get the players to come together? So if they if they fail to do so, it isn't fair that they get the axe. In India's case, Shastri ensured personal differences between players who settle. And that's what made Shastri, right? Like, he was the perfect cheerleader we could ask for. Siraj gets a hand on that, but it's still just a single. So they've got to their 110. I don't think I'll get my prediction right. Knicks won't get his for sure, or Vikas. But there's been one man, I think, who said 114, and I hope there's a boundary from his perspective or her perspective. But yeah, we'll take this conversation forward in the mid-innings break, Sanjay. Stay with us and stay locked onto the watch-along. What would be your personal choices for the next head coach post-Dravid, all three of y'all? And even this, we will answer in just a matter of minutes. But right now, we just want to see if Siraj can get
one
wicket.
Yeah, wicket to close it out.
Because right now, Siraj and Bumrah both bowled beautifully today. Just been unlucky in terms of not getting a wicket. Both none for 25 as we speak. And the US, can they get a boundary?
And he's got stuck, if I'm not wrong.
Some momentum.
Or is it for me only?
Hey, run out. Okay.
Gone.
Chalo. Kuch to points dekhe gaya.
Gone. You're calling them blind from here when he's there doing it. Sahi hai, bhai. Sahi hai.
I thought there will be less abuses today. There are, of course.
With Akshay, there's like less, more abuses because he just goes mad.
No, I think he throw ke liye jana hi nahi chahiye tha, but theek hai.
Fine, so basically, let me just give you guys a quick update. 110 for 8 if you guys are listening and not watching. The US have got after being put in by Rohit Sharma in New York, and I think it'll be something right now that all Indian fans want to see. Virat has failed twice so far in the World Cup. Can he get just some 40 or 50 just to make everyone quiet again and happy again, so to speak? It'll be pretty good. Priyanshu Dhawan predicted 111. You didn't get it. So close yet so far. 110 is the winner. Did anyone get it? We'll tell you in just a bit. Siraj would grab the fielding medal despite dropping the catch. That's something that Indian fans will also want to see next morning. And I loved how they got Ravi Shastri in after the Pakistan game to give the thoughts. The award to Pant it was. What are your thoughts on Azam Khan trolling recently? I feel it's just been fat-shaming and distasteful rather than about his form. I absolutely agree with you. I mean, that's sad, and that's how the society is, and there's no way to stop it. Whatever. So it's a tough one, but we'll take random questions just like that in the next 10-15 minutes before Virat and Rohit come out to bat. On this pitch, going on to say, Priyash Fuyal. Fuck, I keep getting his name messed up. No bowling side is needed to nail Yorkers in the death. Will South Africa's and India's pace attack be more under pressure when conditions change? I don't think I'll read into that that much, but yeah, it's a good observation that you've made. Siraj's on-target throw took away my voucher. Yeah, it is. Imagine they would have scurried back and then Priyanshu would have won the hamper, which would have been great. Have you guys had any crazy, hilarious Vox Pop fan cam experiences? Tons, multiple. So many. I mean, you can ask Vikas a few that we had in IPL 2024. Just the plethora of fans who come on to give their opinion, but they don't make any sense. But we just, of course, laugh off what they say. And it's good because they honestly want to speak
That's
their
the average
mind.
fan, right? Like, that's how you want them to be, like, as candid as they can get. Just love it. There's no, I mean, I'll be very honest, there's no better experience than doing fan cams, rather, you get a lot of other fans ke acha Rohit ke liye aaye hai, Kohli ke liye aaye hai, Dhoni. Then again, some random guy will make sense ki, oh no, this should have been done. Like, sometimes you're not expecting some Avanish, if you remember, like, we got so many older fans as well. They're making a lot of sense ki acha 16 to 20 over mein the game shifted and this and that. Just loved it.
Yeah, it's not always just slander and rants and banter, but it's some knowledgeable fans who really love their cricket and some really loyal ones who came for every stadium that we went for. And obviously they support their teams really die hard. But we also met like random other people, journalists. We met the Sri Lankan lion, and it was hilarious because he was really sweaty as well. So that was a hilarious experience.
Oh,
But
the amount
we'll
of
of course
spits.
tell you. Yeah, we'll tell you many more. So, but thank you for that. Food for thought, by the way, about all the fan cams. And speaking of food, hopefully you've had your dinner. Soumya, Vikas, Nikas, Nikhil, if you guys ordered yet, because I know this is going to be a long watch and you guys are going to be here for the next 1.5 hours. So feel free to munch on something. We'll, of course, span into the questions that I've been referring to right now. But one more comment to take before I do so. Need Roko to do a Rizbar for the chase. Would love to Sky to get some runs, but not complaining if he's saving it. If it's a Super 8s, that is true indeed. And Jadeja playing Shadab's role today, saying Pranav Anand. Right. Which was the first question that I wanted to take. This one. Did we take this one? Yeah, we took this one, but we spoke about it just briefly. First of all, I feel it's a tough job. Being the coach of Team India is a tough job because there's so much of scrutiny. You expect India to win every game they play, and if they don't, it is problematic. I understand that the main ICC trophy stayed away from us, so it is a big opportunity. Is as big as it is, of course, a job. The opportunity is huge for them to walk in and win an ICC silverware is massive. But Shastri just was a great manager, cheerleader. Like Vikas said earlier, when we were talking about Gautam Gambhir as India's next coach, we don't need a coach because we just need someone who gets the best out of that dressing room, gets the best out of certain characters, revives their careers at whichever points of time there are in their careers. So I feel that's the one. It's a similar coaching conversation, which I want to ask Nix and Vikas, your personal choices for the next head coach post Dravid. Would you want to see a split coach scene? Would you like to see GG get all three formats? Tell me, Vikas.
I think, in my opinion, I'm pretty sure it won't happen. But I want Gigi to be mentor, Indian cricket team mentor. Then there will be three different coaches under him. There is no head coach as such, but there will be three different coaches: batting coach, fielding coach, and bowling coach. And Gigi to basically overlook over them. That's the thing I really want. And I don't think it'll happen as well. So, but yeah, take care. But I'm really happy. I would be really happy if Gigi becomes the coach. I think it's the time where Rohit and Virat are also at that stage of their career that they are looking at their retirement, maybe, dare I say, I don't know. But yeah, again, but the new crop and then Gigi under them, Gigi, coaching them, mentoring them will be pretty much fun. I mean, there'll be no
Fun.
fuss about credits.
Yeah, I think it is something we discussed in our chats offline. So I was of the opinion that Gigi should ideally be director of Cricket India. It's a better post for him. He can travel with the team. I have no problem with that. Uh, the point here is I want a single point of authority that he's the guy who's accountable eventually for everything that's happening around. Of course, now if you have enough people who already have that power, but the point is then it allows you to have a Mike Hessen, an Andy Flower, or a Tom Moody kind of a person to split the two coaching between. That okay, you can give one set of white ball coaching to one set with that could be Mike Hessen, and you could get Tom Moody or somebody else. Tom Moody, if I'm not wrong, has applied enough times in the past and yet not got it. So he could be a good guy for you to try out in the longer format, and then you work out your way that, as Vikas said, single point of contact, and then everybody falls under him so that he can control everything that's going on. That he can talk with Tom Moody about the domestic structure. That okay, that this is what we want to do. Let's play ping ball games if you want to, and all of that. White ball may talk with the IPL. We don't need impact play. You have the coach also in that same room. The conversation is easier. You are more transparent. Easier to pick and choose squads as well. So, but again, maybe that's too ideal for India. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that would just be brilliant the way you just described it. Forget about subscribing it, but describing it first. Speaking of subscribe to us right now, cricket.com. Thoughts on GG's head coach? Is it done yet? As a KKR fan too, I'm conflicted. We met a lot of KKR fans in Kolkata, and they were saying the same thing, that they love
But they
GG.
were also like India first, nation first.
Yeah, India first, which is great. Absolutely brilliant. My point was, in Pakistani's case, why give a coach a free pass then?
He was talking to Pakistan when he mentioned that comment, Avnish, when you said about.
And they've gone back to certain coaching styles and coaches in their time as well. I know Mickey Arthur coached briefly at a time, then came back and got the job. So even that part of the world, they are passionate about cricket, and it's a whole mess. I mean, someone needs to really look at Pakistan cricket from a grander scheme of things, and not just coaches, but the whole setup and the roadmap of how for them to just make it better. Really, Jadeja playing as a specialist fielder today. Not even that, really. I mean, he hardly got to touch the ball maybe once or twice. Greg saying if Gigi becomes coach, I like him to phase out the seniors slowly and give chance to newcomers. Don't want Jaiswal sitting out of any more World Cup matches. And I absolutely agree with you, especially in the T20 scheme of things. Get your Jaiswal, get your Abhishek Sharma, get your all these youngsters that we've been, of course, praising in the IPL. And Gigi, of course, like I said, his key strength is man management. And it's just been absolutely brilliant indeed. By the way, we don't have that many memes today because the game has not been meme inducing, but we have some more stats to show you, which I will right now. And Virat Kohli will be coming out shortly in the power play, and he's going to be opening, of course. But look at the numbers in T20 Internationals in 2024, 4 innings and just 34 runs. Remember, the 2 in the World Cup and the 2 preceding that was the games against Afghanistan before the IPL. So, yeah. But Rohit and Virat fans will be, of course, looking at them to get some runs, because you look at how they've dominated this competition. They're right up there. In fact, they're top 2. Rohit overtook Jayawardene in this World Cup itself, but Virat has been at the helm for some time. And just another one, because Rohit Sharma, he's just been killing it and hitting sixes for fun. You look at that. We put it out last time as well in terms of our social media. We're going to do that right now as well and show you 600 sixes overall and for India. It's just mad. So hitman for a reason, and let's see if there are more sixes today. Rohit has got the most boundaries for any top order batter in New York after Pant. So let's see if he can chip in today. What are we expecting from Roko boys then? Because I know we have 2 Virat fans and 1 MS fan in the house. But what are your thoughts about Rohit? Right? What do you want him to see? What do you want to see from this opening partnership? In fact, you guys can just talk about it while I find my charger and be back in just 2 minutes.
In my opinion, I personally feel they should just get runs. I mean, especially with Virat as well, and with Rohit as well, of course. Just take runs. You don't really have to worry about the net run rate, of course, and just get runs in your bank. Go ahead, like Super 8 say, because the next game you really don't know. Florida में ना या Dallas.
Florida.
So you don't know if the game is happening or not. So better just get the runs as many as you can, and just move ahead and with some confidence. And do you think their bowling is like thoda bhi threatening hai? I don't see anyone really threatening.
Last time you said that, I was just hoping that you will not
about Kohli, but yeah, your thoughts about this Roko and opening partnership.
I'm expecting them to just hopefully just bat better. I don't think there is a need to really go Jai Mata Di of sorts, क्योंकि we've discussed this in both the games before this. बॉल बैट पे आ रहा है, बट इतना भी नहीं कि आप जगह पे खड़े रह के मार पाओ. तो अगेन योर क्लास इज डिफरेंट एंड यू कैन स्टिल एग्जीक्यूट दोस हाई रिस्क शॉट्स, बट जरूरत नहीं है आप इतना बड़ा टारगेट चेज भी नहीं कर रहे हो. ये नहीं है कि आपको डॉट बॉल खेलनी है. दे आर टू गुड टू नो व्हाट टू डू. दोनों के लिए खतरा तो है, आई वोंट से खतरा नहीं है. दे हैव ट्रबल विद लेफ्ट आर्म पेस. नेत्रावलकर ने वो डिपिंग स्लोअर वन जो डाला था इफ्तिकार अहमद को, समथिंग दैट दिलशान मधुशंका बोल्ड टू रोहित आल्सो इन वांगड़े. तो कर तो सकते. अब you would expect Virat and Rohit to not be under pressure of the target, and that I think should ease them into the game. And as I said in the last game also, जितना आप chase करो 111, I'm happy to take 35-40 in the power play. मेरे को ज़्यादा भी नहीं चाहिए. 35 भी 30 भी रहा तो भी मेरे को कोई लोड नहीं, but I don't want to lose even 1 wicket today. Just get yourself in, and it is getting better to bat on. Just play the conditions. You are good at it. कोई लोड नहीं.
Okay, one more thing. अगर Knicks भाई अगर out होता है कोई, do you want to see Sky at number 3? Because again a game against USA, I'm not like हल्के में नहीं ले रहा हूँ, but still, do you want to see Sky to get some runs at least before the Super 8s and all?
अगर ऐसा, if at all,
because Pant has got runs. It's not like
fair line of thought. what I'll only want to do then is to ensure that Sky is followed by Shivam then. ऐसा नहीं चाहिए मेरे को कि स्काई को भेजा फिर पंत को भेज दिया, तो नहीं तो फिर शिवम को भी भेज दो ताकि वो भी फिर he can get himself in. So that is the only change I'll make. Otherwise, just stick to the order.
Okay. Kuch comments लेकिन I will try to get like okay, this bunch of USA players have shown good temperament,
Yeah.
not getting allowed. Exactly, यार. We actually haven't really talked about their batting, but हमने भी जब discuss किया था, the way that I think third wicket partnership that was actually very crucial. वहां पर एक और wicket गिर जाता, they may have lost the track and एक collapse शायद वहां पे देख सकते थे वो.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, and again they've played the situation well. They know they don't have to get to 180. जरूरी नहीं है, तो just stick to a pass score and then go about it. And they are only 20 short, to be very honest.
First run single and Raj Limbu का comment है जो we still can't figure it out. जो बदरिशमेंट 4 रन से इनिंग स्टार्ट होता है, कभी सक्सेस. ओके, तो रोहित तो सक्सेसफुल हो जाना चाहिए आज.
हाँ,
Started
तो विराट, तो बेसिकली ये बोलो कि विराट चौका नहीं मारना चाहिए.
भाई सिंगल ले ले भाई तू, just for Raj, just for him. Netravalkar to get Rohit as a typical left armer. Hope not Vikramaditya भाई.
Hopefully not, भाई, hopefully not. I want these two to just bat as much as they can. 80-90 तक लेके जा तुम्हें, कोई लोड नहीं भाई.
Just take some runs भाई. Oof.
गया विराट, first ball.
Oh my God, Virat Kohli is gone. Virat Kohli is gone. Can you believe a first ball duck against the United States of America? The man has traveled for this tournament to be promoted. And boy, in New York, he has a shambolic average. Oh my God, the jokes and the memes will continue, and it happens to the best. It's happened to the king. Virat's gone first ball, and Netravalkar, oh my word, he will be absolutely chuffed. He now has another first as a cricketer. Not the first man to play the ukulele, not the first man to, of course, defend a super over against Pakistan, but also first man to get Virat Kohli out in the first ball in a World Cup. Netravalkar, take a bow, take an absolute bow. The engineer that you are, everyone in Oracle and the offices there will be supporting India and Virat, but they'll be happy for this boy. And people are going mad in the chat. Now, what the fuck, saying Riddhi Biswas, 110, a winning total, saying Raj Limbo, and lots more chances. Oh my God, Kohli gone once again. I mean, Virat is gone. And Vikas, what do you have to say?
Vikas said, do you think this attack is... He said, do you think this attack is threatening? I said, of course they are threatening. And the last time you said something like that, something did not go on your way. And
Sabka
exactly
Virat, Sabka Vikas. So Vikas, what do you have to say, bro? There's a rant coming in.
I'm not
king.
Watchalong. I'm मतलब मैं आने से पहले सब कुछ ठीक चल रहा था विराट के साथ. Okay, got it.
That is crazy, absolute crazy. By the way, Pant has walked out earlier, and the USA, imagine they topple Pakistan and India in this group. It'll be hilarious. But 1-for-1 India, and they're chasing 111. It is all going off over there. And what a start from Saurabh Netravalkar. Absolute brilliant. So well documented in the last 4-5 days. He's Surya Kumar Yadav's schoolmate. He's, of course, seen Rohit Sharma from a very young age. And, of course, he's played the Under-19 World Cup for India. So what are we talking about right now? Hope the Richie Rich of cricket.com, Avanish and Max Meet is pre-betting in the future. Thanks for that. Do you guys remember me predicting that Virat will score 2 10s in the World Cup before returning home at the end of the Super 8s? Returning home. I mean, I don't know if they're saying the whole team or
but
just
still, I would take the 210 runs in the next 2 games.
What a ball that is! What a ball that is! This man is channelizing all the guys that he grew up watching. He grew up watching Wasim Akram. He's bowling like him. He grew up watching Chaminda Was. He's bowling like him. He grew up watching Zaheer Khan. He's bowling like him. He's bowling absolute gems right now. And I know the New York pitch. Oh my God, how the hell is that missed the stump? How the hell is that missed the stump? Just above the expensive Zinga Bales. Ashutosh Bajpai, welcome to the chat. Somebody take Virat for fishing in the Hudson River because he's doing that on the pitch. Kya matlab hai? Off stump. I mean, it was a great ball, to be fair. And it was a first ball, so you're susceptible as any batter in the world. But I understand why you guys might be annoyed as Virat fans. I wanted Virat to play a good knock today, saying Rudeep Biswas wasn't a B. Pakistan के लड़के next time तेल लगाकर अन्ना फिर से India घूम घुमा के पालेगा. I mean, insane. I mean, okay. अमूल के दूध का कमाल है साहब. Shashank. I mean, Vikas has just been. It reminds me of a balloon, and if you just suck out the air for a balloon, he's just like a sad man right now. And he's just like, what am I going to do for the next 1.5 hours in this watch along? But look, I mean, that's cricket essentially. So, what has Virat scored so far in this tournament? 5, 6,
4, 0. Short
or flicked away from Rishabh Pant, but just for a single. Just for a single, indeed. Amul Doodh Pita Hai Amrika, saying Ashutosh Bajpai. And who is this guy performing the highest levels in sport? Carnegie Mellon alum engineer with a patent. Yeah, absolutely. Carnegie Mellon is where he applied in 2015. And he went on to say that he wasn't getting a real go in any team that he was playing for at that point in time, wasn't getting an IPL opportunity. So he just said, fuck it, I'm going to go to the US and pursue my higher studies. And how things have changed. So, look, I mean, the US is still having a lot of NRIs playing for them.
Somesh, I want him to jinx.
It's never late. It's never late. Sachin Upadhyay, Virat, please don't open from next match till the end of the World Cup for India. Unbelievable. If you guys are just joining us, Virat Kohli has, of course, got up for a golden duck against the USA. Breaking news from New York. The king has not reigned supreme. He's not reigned supreme by any stretch of the imagination. It's a dagger in my heart to personally let those words out of my mouth, but it is what it is. And you guys must be wondering how the hell Virat, the leading run scorer of the World Cup, has been going about it. And Pant flashing outside the off stump and getting 4 of Ali Khan's first ball. So India getting their boundary. And it's all of a sudden become overcast. Every time India are batting in New York, the clouds seem to fucking follow them. It's just ridiculous. So even that could be a scene over there. Do you think Virat is better for number 3? Then that's the chat which will come out in all quarters because we know what he's capable of doing in one down. Should they, of course, do that? Given the fact that Dube has also been messing up, will Jaiswal come back as an opener and Virat goes back to 3 and everything becomes hunky-dory again? Only time will tell. But India have got their 2 wins, so nothing to really worry about from that perspective. Not the first time India and Pakistan are losing talent to USA. And Ashutosh Bajpai continues to say things like this. Virat developing next-gen heroes, sacrificing himself and making clutch players out of the others. Masterstroke. He's always a thinker, visionary, that Virat Kohli is. Raj Limbu is not holding back. What is he saying? Unfair, Yashi Jaiswal. He's a modern-day cricketer. Rohit Sharma always jealous. Yashi Jaiswal batting. I love how they're just having their own say. Now, you mentioned a man called Somesh Agarwal. He has texted on this group. And look, he's also having a laugh. Oh, good ball. And Rohit had to get that big C8 bat of his in the nick of time to get a single on the leg side. 8 for 1, 1.3. We do, of course, have a power play prediction. Of course, the third one of the night. We had no winners in the first innings prediction or the first innings power play prediction. But in the second innings, hopefully you guys get it right. 8 for 1 indeed. We wanted NRI, PIO, OCIs for Indian football. Might need that with Netravalkar. Yeah, man, that should happen for football. For all you lovers of the beautiful game over there. Ali Khan to Pant. And if they get another one, actually, I wouldn't mind to see India 8 for 2, 8 for 3 right now, to be fair. Oh, but Pant goes down the ground. And it's a sluggish surface as well. So it'll just be the one. What do you guys want to see? Now that Virat's gone, obviously now Vikas wants to see India 30 for 4 and then Hardik Pandya to score match winning 15. Be like, I told you.
No. I want runs for Surya bhai for sure. Because those who are not getting dropped for sure, उनसे runs चाहिए पहले तो. क्योंकि फायदा नहीं फिर फायदा क्या? It's like Surya, even if Surya doesn't get runs, even because he will be there till jहाँ तक भी India जाए. So might as well. But
how much did Surya score against Ireland? Because I know against Pakistan he got 7. How much did he score against Ireland? Was it another
single digit only, na?
So he's just been
1 or 2. He got out to Ben White trying to finish the game.
Log.
Oh, correct. Sanjay saying 49 is his power play prediction in the second innings, which is India's opportunity with the bat right now. Harsh Vyas saying 41. And India sports facing the heat from oil money countries this week. Indeed. Right, so let's see how Ali Khan can end his over. He started off not in the best fashion by conceding 4, but if he can get a wicket here and have India 9 for 2, chasing 111, it'll be a Wednesday, which will be lovely to watch. Rohit guides it away for third man. Will he come back for 2? I think he won't. He won't.
Just a single.
Just a single. So 10 for 1, 2 overs gone. There's going to be a huge people on social media reacting to the Virat Kohli news. And the one conversation right now is, should Virat move back? Because during the IPL, everyone's like, yeah, Virat should open. Virat should open. And right now, what do you think, Vikas?
More than Virat should move back, se zyada, I want Jaiswal to play. And maybe that's the only place that they can play him. I mean, I raised this as well earlier in our chats as well, that should Jaiswal be there at number 3. But then again, you are now what? Because see, you've got your Pant as at number 3 is performing. Now Virat, if you get back Jaiswal will open Virat to go at number 3, and then Pant at 4. Or sometimes you may promote Surya Kumar as well at 4. Then it goes back to the same thing, right? Like what we did in the last World Cup as well. So, but yeah,
what do you see happening next? Because I know India and Rohit, they will of course want to stick with the same theory no matter what, and they won't really panic. Do you think that should be the scene actually?
Yeah, I think so. Because the 3 shots that he's got out to, he could have gotten out to them playing at 3 also. It's not that it's just an opening wicket that he's had. Because see, the point there is he's been committed to the idea of batting aggressively. Now, today was not that case.
There could be another wicket. It is. Rohit Sharma's gone. India might be losing their first ever game against the US to the US. And it's all unfolding very quickly in Long Island. A leading edge to mid-off. And Rohit Sharma, the Indian captain, goes back for 3. And Indian fans can't believe it. Baseball fans have entered the stadium. And Drake is making money. What are we seeing? What are we seeing? Vikas is not having it. He just looks like the Joker from The Dark Knight, to be fair, right now. Looking at the screen, not happy. And,
I think he's just got the answer if this bowling is threatening.
अरे क्यों मैं हर बार बोलता हूँ यार?
Harpreet
क्यों बोलता है?
delighted. Harpreet delighted. And look at the story for Netravalkar. He's got the big boys out. This is an engineer who used to once play for India in the under-19 scheme of things, and the storylines get better. I mean, this is something I can already envisage. I can envisage a biopic for US cricket. I can see it already. It'll just be mad. It'll just be crazy. But what a story it is for the US, and what a way for them to probably, dare I say, secure their Super 8's berth in a matter of hours. But look, there's still Surya, there's still Hardik, and Pant is out there as well. But it makes for a fascinating game, guys. And none of the games so far in New York have disappointed. Even the ones that we saw in the other groups, the Sri Lanka, South Africa, the Netherlands, South Africa game. So look, fantastic stuff. And to do a watch along for this one, it's been brilliant. Sky is the new batter then, 10 for 2, 2.2, and India up against a certain Netravalkar. They've been haunted by Stark. They've been haunted by Bolt. They've been haunted by the best left armers. But here's another one. Here is SN in terms of initials. My prediction, USA 60%, India 40%. Let's get those predictions out of the way then. What do you feel, Vikas? 50-50 still?
No, India is winning.
India is winning, so you think India 60%?
India 70%.
70%, all right.
Okay.
Who will Akshay Kumar play in the USA biopic?
Netravalkar.
I already think it's Akshay
Why
Kumar.
Netravalkar? So Netravalkar is the best product from 2009-2010 Indian.
Oh, what a ball that is. Oh my God.
The best product from 2009-2010 under-19 World Cup squad from India.
Seriously.
अभी तो जैसे सिंह नहीं आया है. Wait for जैसे सिंह.
Vikramaditya Singh told you Netravalkar to get Rohit out. क्यों नहीं तो left arm bowling defend.
क्यों नहीं हो रही है left arm bowling defend?
क्यों नहीं हो रही?
Sorry, my bad. And this is why I was here, World Cup of the Underdogs. and Team India हारेगा Roko to खेलेंगे नहीं खिलाया भाई नहीं
I
खेला
love
basically.
Akash ka comment. I love Akash ka comment.
Virat is the because. Yeah, I
Vikas,
mean,
Vikas is
Vikas
the
is
Vikas.
because.
oh, Vikas is
Yeah,
the
man, I'm
because.
telling you, I have this experience. Okay, I'll make my shifts accordingly. I'm not coming to office on the India games. I'll be working from home, guys. See you. This is the last time.
Are you comfortable in Hindi language? I mean, I am. I don't know about these two. I'm certainly like well adept, very well spoken
Thoda
in
thoda
multiple
Hindi.
languages. To be fair, there's another one which was, of course, being parked in the comments for a while. I don't think Virat should come in at number 3 saying Harsh Vyas, boys, because Pant has been playing exceptional and don't want to change it. Probably see how Virat plays in better pitches. I agree. And look, Virat's had a sublime IPL. And I know he didn't play that warm up game against Bangladesh, but 3 tough ones for him and his fans to take, make no mistake. But it is what it is. Don't know about anyone else saying Shashank Chaudhary. Rinku will be played by the 12th fail guy in that biopic. Speaking of movies and biopics. And speaking of Euro 2004, can USA do a Greece at Avanish? Asking Vikram. I mean, the fact that USA would probably make the Super 8s will be great. And like they say, any sporting competition, to see the host do well, then you see that sporting competition thrive as well. So hoping that the US and the West Indies make it to the Super 8s. And they've played very well. They beat Pakistan in the Super Over. They got the job done against Canada, which they were supposed to, but they did. And against Ireland, it'll just be a mere matter of getting a point or even just performing on that day. But no, seriously, saying Prajwal Benanu, do you think Roko opening is the right decision? Vikas spoke about it. Nix has also nodded politely, and I think
Yeah.
it is. Let's not.
I mean, see, you did not expect conditions like this, and that's actually the worst advocate for both of them because you expect them to be able to counter it, but
Yeah,
they just haven't been able to find a way. So, if they are not able to find a way, I wouldn't be sure of Jaiswal and Gaikwad or Gill being able to find a way. So again, it's not a slander at anyone. It's just how conditions have been tough and the bowling has been very good.
it is.
Why was
The
this bowling?
bowling the bowling has been very good. Netravalkar, of course, getting Surya wrapped in the knuckles, or I'm not sure where, but he, of course, asked for the physio to come out, and hence the delay in this over.
Okay. Fun
But
fact. Fun fact.
yeah,
Just from the content team, of course. Saurabh Netravalkar's only Ranji match for Mumbai was against Karnataka in December 2013. Surya Kumar Yadav was also a part of the playing 11 in that game along with Saurabh. And now they're playing against each other in an
that's
international.
mad. Yeah, and like I said, they've been schoolmates as well. So, look, this whole Roko chat will go on, and people will be more crazily asking questions about Virat, but question him at your own peril. I'll tell you that. No matter the form, class is permanent, as they say. Right, Netravalkar to Sky. It's schoolmate to schoolmate in a T20 World Cup. How often can you fucking say that? But you can, especially when they're representing country to country. Netravalkar has his tail up, 2 for 2. And Suryakumar drives. There is third man. Interesting, exciting. They've got a gully in place as well, the USA.
Oh,
So
by what
Aaron Jones
that was
on the
very
hunt.
flashy from Surya. That was very flashy from Surya. It's
Ve-
again hasn't been the deck for such shots.
Very, very
Hopefully,
flashy indeed. Where are you from, brother? You look Indian. From beautiful Bangalore, man. What do you mean, Raj Limbu? And this man to my right on the screen, Vikas, is a Maharashtrian boy from Nasik. And then, of course, we have Nix, who is Gujarati but stays in Mumbai. So if you guys just not to know us, now you do. Vikas, no watchalongs for you from Super 8. You get the reverse jinxer back. Sorry, nothing against you, but it looks like your juju
I
is not
agree.
working.
I agree.
Saying Satyapaa there. Anyway,
you
Netravalkar's.
Avnish,
Ooh.
you were not there when Vikas asked that query. He's like, Nikhil bhai, आपको लगता है क्या कि ये अटैक थ्रेटनिंग है?
अरे यार क्या बोले अभी क्या
See, and that's the beauty of sport because you can't really predict it, and that's what we love. That's what we love about any sport, right? That's why we.
भाई मैं actually I actually thought नेत्रवलकर को रोहित मारेगा मतलब I actually thought that but अभी रोहित विराट की भी विकेट ले गया को रोहित की भी लेके गया मैं क्या
That is true. What's happening, guys? Another upset coming. We hope so, even though we're Indians and we know that India will get through because they'll get the job done. But I would love to see a USA win. But see, at the end of the day, my head tells me India will still win this game. My heart wants a slight upset just for the grade of the game. Ashutosh Bajpai is saying Danish can play Netravalkar. Okay, and you go on to make another point about Sky having his golden chance. Team is stuck in the mud, and he has enough experience in team. If not today, then when? And this Indian team feels so
Okay,
much like RCB, saying
this is
Karthik.
we have
RCB
Jesse
don't have
Singh.
bowling attack like India.
Yeah, Jesse Singh is here. I just hope Surya doesn't want to loft him over covers, नहीं तो ये out हो जाएगा उसको.
Yeah.
रुक के खेल, थोड़ा स्किडी है वो गुड लक डालेगा. If he wants to go over the top, good luck. Just pick the right areas.
That is true. That Virat dismissal reminded me of so many of the dismissals he's been out to left armers. That Marco Jansen one, I think IPL 2022 comes to mind. That first bowler as well. Because bye from the Sport Republic, bye missed you, saying Karthik.
भाई स्पोर्ट्स रिपब्लिक में अभी बिकॉज यू सेड दिस बट स्पोर्ट्स रिपब्लिक में भी जब था उसी टाइम पे कोहली का बुरा टाइम चल रहा था बट या स्टॉप वॉच अलोंग कोहली बैक सो या ठीक है
Kohli back, flicked away from Surya. There is a man on the leg side. India 14 for 2, 3.2. You guys have one more ball to tell me your power play predictions for India. How much will they get? Will it be another low-scoring one? We all presume it will, but can you put a number on it to get $500 as an Amazon voucher tonight on the wonderful Wednesday watch-along of USA versus India? Why is Avanish talking like the Indian selector saying Akash? As usual, tongue-in-cheek from the Barcelona fan. But look, talking about Virat here, not talking about the mere peasants and Dube and Shami, but if you guys know, you know. Pant again, happy to just play the waiting game, and rightly so. So 15 for 2, 3.3. Before we let the guys go loose in the comments about their power play predictions, Vikas, what are you thinking? I'm thinking 31 for 3, 6 overs, bro.
31 for 3. Yeah, fair actually. I would have gone for the same.
Don't ask me who will get up. I think there'll be another wicket, and it could
29
be
33 for 2 only.
Next.
Just being optimistic. I'll just come, guys. I'll be back.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I'd want them to stay at 34 for 2
Okay.
because I expect one of them to really look to get some boundaries in. So 34 for 2, hopefully not 3.
Okay, let's see if that comes to the 4. And I also want to see if Netravalkar books back-to-back overs
Should.
in this game. And he should, by how he's bowled and the overhead conditions. But here's Jasdeep to Surya, and he's on the money. He's on the money.
Yes,
So
exactly.
the USA actually kind of making a big fist of this game, more than that, in fact. They've grown up playing day in, day out, still haven't worked in efficiency against left arm seamers and spicy decks. Other days gone when players like Dada worked and I gave in the middle of the Australia tour. Again, Ashutosh, I feel like I understand where you're coming from, and it is a constant theme of the Indian top orders being susceptible to left arm pace. But I feel this one again, first ball, and it really can trouble any batter. Like I said, very early on your innings, he felt like he wanted to probe at it, and he got a little tickled. So if this persists again, I would revisit this chat, but I wouldn't really kind of think of it the other way where they're not working on their game. I just think it was a good ball. Credit should go to Stuart Law too. He's been coaching for some time in different teams. Yeah, he's been a breath of fresh air for the USA. And again, what can you expect of a host team who are minnows to perform? But they're not just performing, they're winning games, they're getting results in the results side of things. So if they get 3 wins on the trot, it'll be mad. Jasdeep to punt to complete his over, and he's on the money. So just 4 off that, and India up against it in New York against the USA. Who would have thought it? That I'm saying it in a cricketing breath, but it is true. 16 for 2, 4 overs gone. Sink your streams in, and hopefully all you guys have predicted your power play predictions, because a few of y'all have already, which I'll read out. What happened, Akshat? To be honest, he looked the best batter that day in terms of control. Let's see if he comes out. I don't know if he's going to be. That was just a move.
Should be just Shivam next. But I have a question for you, Avnish. You've seen a lot of Virat, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you feel it's about him wanting to be more eager to put the game away, or do you feel the old Virat would have probably left it? Again, very, very, very subjective, very hindsight based. But do you think the Virat of old would have left it or would have still gone for it?
I think because of the sheer angle that he created with that ball, Netravalkar, it gave Virat an impression that it could just hold its line. So he had to kind of probe at it. But again, so early on in his innings, given the fact that there are a little bit of poor form heading into this game, you're thinking to yourself, yeah, he just wants to get bat and ball, and then of course kick on from there. So it's
Do you
one of
think?
those things. Yeah,
So
go
just
on.
to follow up on that, do you think we should have played the warm-up game, or just a few more knockouts, something just to be in that touch, or
Yeah,
does it would have not
essentially, I
made a
mean,
difference?
because what his last game for RCB was at knockouts against
IPL,
RR.
yeah.
And I know that people would say that Sanju played the warm up game and he was part of the same fixture and so on and so forth. I generally feel that, Supla shot for 6.
Oh, shabash.
What a shot that is. A pickup. And he will definitely tell his schoolmate about that. I don't know why he had to change his angle. Just do what you're doing from over the wicket. Why go around the wicket, Netravalkar? So he's conceded 6 or doing so, and India have got to 22 for 2 now, 4.2. And it's a good question by Nix whether Virat should have probed at it, whether his team seems a little rusty, because I know that warm-up game was also in New York, and he didn't fire against Ireland. Neither did he fire against Pakistan, and today as well, not getting runs on the board. Similar question then to the Virat fanboy and Vikas. Should Virat have played that shot? What do you feel? Do you think there were a little haunting memories in his head from the last 2 innings?
Yeah, I like more than the playing the shot. Do you think the old Virat would have left it?
Yeah.
Old Virat would have left, but he hasn't played like ऐसा भी नहीं था कि he was going for some fancy shot for 4 or going over.
But just
He was
wanting
just
bat on ball.
Yeah, he was
Just
exactly.
bat on ball.
Yeah, I don't think like वो shot में या फिर उसमें problem था. Also, I don't really think him not really playing that warm up game also costed him anything as such, because see, it's not like he hasn't been playing this format for a very long time. He has just played IPL, probably one more game than any others. So, but I mean, ठीक, I mean, मेरे को बहुत ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा था उसके वजह से कि it's okay that he didn't play that warm up game, but it's just like first two matches, so it's definitely, it was something like okay, intent, and he wanted to go for runs and all. This was, yeah, he just wanted a ball and a bat. That's it.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
so the theory for my question was, I felt had he played that warm-up game, he would have been very much into the game के इस पे 160 नहीं बनने वाला है, इस पे 170 नहीं बनेगा. So there is no need for him to go hard. He can give himself time. Now with that in the back of the mind, I felt he would have probably started the tournament only differently. He wouldn't have even gone. Now you played in, see, it's eventually about instincts. He's played a lot of cricket over the last few months, wanting to smash the ball, over covers and find it. Now, when you play a warm-up game, you're getting into a condition game, you can't play those shots. And it is okay if you get out there. So that was the only theory that I had in mind, that maybe had he played, only the thinking at the back of the mind would have been, okay, this is not a surface and he is good enough test batter to adapt. So, वहां पे तो कोई question नहीं. It is just about whether it would have worked. Again, this is hindsight based only, so no daggers.
I mean, it's funny what Somesh has said to Vikas in the group right now about Virat, but I'm not going to mention that because then he gets slandered. Hazelwood contemplated sabotaging England's chances, wondering if the ICC is taking the cue about this game, because if USA, of course, get the job done, Pakistan are eliminated. I wonder what happened to Pant, asking Karthik. He's gone into test mode tonight. I mean, just the resurgence of Rishabh Pant. He's back in it, in the Indian shirt after all of that. So good on that. 26 saying Ashutosh Bajpayee in terms of power play prediction. 34, Sports Fan 31, Prajwala and Praya saying 32. If Sky doesn't perform today, drop him. Sanju in saying Shankar. All right. Right to the point. And speaking of Sky, Supla Sky against a minnow. Now that's cricket headed, saying Shashank Chaudhary. Jasdeep to continue to Surya Kumar Yadav, and it's a dot ball. India 25 for 2 after 5 overs. Let's see how they get the job done, or if they get the job done today. If India fail to win this World Cup, then they should be the last World Cup for Virat, Rohit, Surya and Jadeja. Hardik too. Nitish Reddy should replace him. Do you guys agree? I don't know if it'll be the last World Cup for Surya or Hardik. The other three I potentially agree
T20
with
World
you.
Cup ना, तो अगले 2 साल में he'll come back, so Surya and Hardik will still play.
Yeah,
no, but
I
if
don't
Surya doesn't score, then it's a no ball.
Oh, it's
time
a no
for
ball.
Surya to play.
It is a no ball. So Sky will probably cash into this. I don't see the eagerness, hunger, and attitude from Indian batters that would echo "We are here to win," saying Prayash. I mean, still early
Don't quite
days in
agree
the
with it,
comp.
but that's okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
still early days in the competition. Free hit then. What can Jasdeep do? Can he get some damage control? Or will it be a 6 or a 4? Let me know. Virat is out of sorts. He hasn't adapted to conditions. Free hit and just a single in the offside. So
It was wide,
really
Tried way
no
too
point.
hard.
What
It was
was
wide.
that case? What was the case? Netravalkar not getting enough chance in India, or him not wanting to wait around? He was just getting chances, but he was not being an established member of any side, and he confessed that himself. So that was that, and then he was not getting an IPL opportunity as well. So
Played
sometimes you might have to take those life.
He played under
decisions.
19 World Cup in 2009-10, and like we just got to know that he played a Ranji game in 2013. So definitely there was some.
Oh, good ball, extra bounce there from Jasdeep against Pant.
Oh yeah, maybe
You,
because of that.
Yeah, you need 20 to 30 balls to fire in such conditions. Prayash, please don't overanalyze. None of the openers have been able to perform in this ground, saying Saurav Nirala to the chat. And Prayash, you have some sort of banter over there or the debate in the chat yourself. Amrik Sky saying,
Amazing style.
Ameri Sky. It's all right. Let's not pretend Virat hasn't had the issue against moving ball outside the offside. Don't think it's a mindset issue. And Nick Spy would say the Virat. Oh, pulled away from Pant. Pulled away first 6 just. Has the
He
fielder
was out.
misjudged that?
Yeah.
The
I
fielder
mean,
on the
I think he was पहले से ही अंदर था.
yeah, he was few yards in, maybe more than few yards in, and then he was chomping back to get back to the ball. And yeah, he's just misjudged this because if he stood there, he would have swallowed it. It's hit the boundary cushion on the flush, so that's 6. And India get the second 6 in this chase of 111. If you guys are joining us in this watch along, please like it. A lot of people are watching right now, and we appreciate that. So 50 likes, please breach that before we aim for 100 likes in this video right now. This was a very Virat-ish dismissal when he was struggling. He's had similar dismissals when he doesn't go for that cover drive. Again, early days, so he would be more careful going ahead, I feel. Punt, no single over there. Virat was pissed that he had to work hard to find a proper gym. You may be aware his training facilities are not proper there.
No, it's not just about Virat. I think I've read this news that India has been complaining about the all the facilities and all. So they didn't get proper hotel, and that's why they had to take a gym membership in US in New York for whatever days they're living there.
That's
so
mad.
It's not like, but
We
it's not
haven't-
an excuse. It's just an information that I'm
No,
giving.
it's not. Yeah, it's not an excuse by any stretch. Just like maybe a factor of hindrance if we think that way. Bhavishnu Raghushankar, new name in the chat. Welcome to cricket.com. Hopefully you've been liking our content and like this video, and you make a good point. Even though you go on to hate Pakistan in your comment, but fair enough. USA should fight and give. And India should win with a small margin so that Pak will be eliminated. They don't deserve to be in this tournament, saying Bhavishnu. And yeah, I mean, people think that with the cricket that they've been playing, even though they got the job done against Canada yesterday, but it was Canada and they chased that down thanks to a runner ball Rizwan knock of some sort. No need to overthink. Let second half of the tournament come. He's saving runs for the main part of the tournament and big things, saying Arav. We hope and pray and fingers crossed like that is going to be the scene. But
इतना फिंगर्स क्रॉस बोल दिया कि भारी चला गया.
So guys, we are here without Avanish right now. Okay, Avanish is back. Wait,
I don't know
is
what
he?
happened. Yeah, back.
Yeah.
Back.
33 for 2, missed it by 1 run. Missed the prediction by 1 run.
Yeah, so 6 overs gone. Did anyone get their predictions right? Next game very
Hey,
close.
अच्छा, मेरा prediction miss हुआ क्या एक run से?
मैंने
Did you say
32, 34
I
for
think
2.
you said 33 then. I think Vikas
Yeah,
got
2
his.
wickets for sure. You said 39. Hey, मेरा
I-
यार shit. जब
I
मेरा
said
सही
34.
होता मेरा क्या है? But
याद रखो मालिक.
damn it,
Ravish Singh or Ravi Singh.
Ravish bhai,
is,
why Ravish? Why, Ravish?
No, I purposely said it because last time, even when me and Akshay were doing a watch along, I purposely made the same mistake. Very disappointed from Virat, I think, because of the criticism in IPL. He started to be too aggressive. He should be playing his natural style. I love how everyone is a pundit in our country in terms of what they think is wrong with Virat and why they're struggling and stuff like that. But it makes for a conversation, and you guys are entitled to your opinion, but agree or disagree, you cannot not talk about Virat by the looks of things in terms of World Cups in India and games right now. USA always gives a fight. Ask the Koreans, Japanese, Iraqis, Afghanistan, etc., etc., etc. Saying Ashutosh Bajpai. But look, India have had to build again, and they've resurrected the innings decently after those two early wickets, I should say, of Rohit and Virat. 10 for 2 they were, but they're 33 for 2 now, chasing 111. Keep your comments coming through. We do not have another prediction in terms of a score prediction contest. And unfortunately, and it pains me, it hurts me that no one's won the 500 buck voucher. So the time prediction is up for grabs. Like all you legends in the chat would know, what time will this game get done and dusted with? Whether India will knock off the winning runs or there'll be the wicket that the USA take. It'll be interesting to see. Another comment I wanted to take regarding Virat was
I think we have some memes as well.
we have some memes which I'll get to. There was another Virat topic, but look, the Virat chat will continue, and there will be memes surrounding Virat as well, I'm guessing. But right now, I'm wondering what can the USA do to further create inroads, Knicks? Because do they have what it takes in the middle overs to just put a little bit more pressure on India and then ask them to go, I don't know, at 9s or 10s in the last 5 to chase this down? Can that happen?
Yeah, it can. Again, intent is going to be key from both Rishabh and Sky. I expect Harmeet Singh to come into the attack from the other end. Now, because you've already had 2 overs each from Jesse and 3 from Saurabh, Ali Khan's last over is something. Ali Khan has 3, so they'll be using him very, very sparingly. And again, if Shivam comes out, he'll be brought on immediately to bowl shot at him. So that is a good matchup. Uh, I expect Harmeet from the other end. Now, Harmeet is a guy who's is played under Rahul Dravid at RR. So of course, the plans would be in place, and Sky has had issues against left arm spin, and Pant, will take the bait. So I think that is an area that they'll look to bait Rishabh. That okay,
Shot
there you go.
again. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
हाँ, ये highlights में खुश हो रहा है बंदा मतलब she's so out of
That's a mistake. Like when my mom and my aunt would make and be like, "Oh my god, 6." I was like, "No, that's a highlights." Be like, "Oh yeah, sorry, bit. I'm sorry."
so if they don't take the bait from Harmeet, I think it is fine because then US will be having to chase the game. But if they do give in to one of the baits from Harmeet, then this could get needlessly interesting because then Corey Anderson could also come into the picture with his cutters and into the deck stuff. So you don't want to get into that territory, despite all the batting that you have.
Will USA be looking like trying to breach this partnership then, Vikas? Because if you look at the middle order that India are yet to come, they've not performed well. So the pressure's up at them as well, and they don't want their pants to be pulled down in a game like this against minnows and the first time you're playing the US. That's embarrassing to lose to a lesser opposition, right? So is there pressure for India if a wicket goes here?
I don't really think so. I don't think India is going to be in any sort of trouble to chase this down, and not being really overconfident. But I think, unlike, I'll just take name. Unlike Pakistan, I don't think India will not, you know, uh, chase will not go out of our hands in this particular game for sure. So I'm not really worried about that. And of course, like middle order has performed, yeah, like performed as in what Akshar Patel got a chance, he's done well. Hardik Pandya got a chance. I mean, he didn't perform really well in that Pakistan game, but he has some runs uh, in his account for this World Cup as well. So I'm not really worried about the whole chase.
Okay, interesting. Virat has talked about so much because of the standard he himself has set and his achievements for India. We've never seen Virat fail in T20 World Cups. And the Virat comment you missed was my pre-comment. Apologies, Sachin, on that. But yeah, pertinent points again and spitting absolute facts. But Vishnu Raghu Shankar going on to have his say again. What a ball that is. It's jumped up like a spitting cobra, but Surya has done well to just get a single to third man, I guess, out of that. 37 for 2, 7.1 overs gone. So still lots in this pitch and lots in this game. Both the batters are on 16. And remember, India chasing a modest 111, which feels like a 160, 170 in a normal T20 game. I'm not even joking. Australia is literally annihilating all the teams so far, saying Bhavishnu. Don't want the same teams to win the World Cup. Tired of seeing England and Australia winning back-to-back tournaments. And look, I mean, England might not win it. They might not even be in the Super 8s by the looks of it. But Australia, they've got the job done. Not once, not twice, but thrice. They absolutely slaughtered Namibia in the game last night.
But won't go
in
for
the game last night, Australia, Namibia it was. And in the game tonight, later on in the morning, is West Indies, New Zealand. And I just want to take this opportunity again to plug in one hell of an interview, which Akash himself conducted with Michael Bracewell, the former RCB man, and who's very well part of the New Zealand 11, which will probably play against the West Indies as well. So he's spoken about his injury, his recovery, how he's poised himself for the comeback. What a ball that is! What a ball that is! Holy shit, I know it kept low, but Ali Khan is struck and he's got Pant. He's just missed his furniture. And well, that is ridiculous. That is honestly ridiculous. And now, Vikas, question to you, my friend. I'm not going to sound overconfident. No panic. 39-3.
क्रिकेट है, विकेट तो चलता रहता है. It's okay. We're going to win. क्या यार तुम लोग ना बहुत. Why are you sounding like Akshay now, Avanish? Come on.
Because it's USA. I mean, essentially
it is USA. That's what.
A must-win game. It's not a must-win game, is it?
Huh?
It's not a must-win game.
So
what? I mean, let them have their moment in the sun.
Why?
Why? Meaning,
pressure to hai.
Let them have the win. What? How does that make
sense? I still agree with you in a certain regard that I feel like India eke out a 4-wicket win or something like that. Jadeja will fucking do it. Mark my words. But I would want USA to just, have a little contest and it'll get people in.
They are having contest. This much contest is good enough for them, I think.
But
we are not
Pakistan. ऐसा मत बोल विकास. 3 बार बोला है. It's not work.
This is where you won't want the game to develop. This is where you don't want the game to develop.
What? This is enough for them to develop the game.
What do you mean? Why?
How much confidence do they need? They won against
Pakistan
twice
in
a day.
Shivam, we spoke about Ali Khan bowling to Shivam Dube. It's happened immediately after that call.
I tell you what.
After one movie.
If someone didn't watch cricket for the last 2 months and then they watched cricket and they were following the USA, they would have been like the USA as subcontinental killers. They dismantled Bangladesh in a series. They beat Pakistan in a super over. And then now the verge of toppling India, which is madness. And these 3 countries have played cricket for generations. So props to, of course, the USA. And Pant just couldn't deal with that. His middle stump exposed.
Yeah, I don't think Pant could have done anything about it.
You can't play that ball.
You can't play that ball. And that's why Shashank was saying, what the fuck is that pitch? But it was also the angle. I feel the ball, sure, and it kept low, but the angle as well, extreme pace around the wicket, great delivery. Are India trying to lose to eliminate Pakistan? That was inevitable for you guys to think that way. It's come through the form of Bhavishnu Raghushankar. He's gone. I thought Dube has probably nicked it. And there's a lot of eyeballs in Dube as well. So it's a big dress rehearsal for him to keep his spot going forward. Looks like they found the best way of promoting the game in the USA to lose to the USA, saying sports fan. And you guys, of course, being hilarious. Sports fan going on to say USA should do what Canada did yesterday, give singles easily to spinners in defensive fields. And brain drain, cricket edition, incoming lol, saying Sukhveer. And Vikas, if I were you, I would not be this confident in this pitch for sure.
Exactly. देख ये अगर पाटा विकेट होता तो of course I would have sounded the same way, but you see the ball that
great over, by the way, just 3 off it and the wicket. But yeah, I agree with Nix and Adyan single saying, boys, Singhal, beg your pardon, saying the concern for me is with the Florida game most likely to be washed out. The top order wouldn't be going with runs and confidence behind them to the Super 8s. Lots to look forward to. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I want, like, say, even if USA win this game, India will still go through because the net run rate will go against Pakistan, in all honesty. So technically, I know mathematically Pakistan fans would be like, yeah, we're done and dusted. But if I'm concerned about India making it to the Super 8s tonight, even if they lose. That can be possible, right, Nix?
Yeah, that will have to be okay. Again, if the last game is washed out for everyone, then let's try and assume the rankings what they would be. So India would be.
No, but what if India lose to
So India
Canada?
again. I mean, if India lose to Canada, then you don't deserve to be in the Super 8s.
No, I get that, but can they still go through? They can.
I mean, so you're saying this is the third game, and they'll have 4 points only. But then the Canada game is most likely not going to happen again.
I agree. So you'll get a point. You'll go to 5 points. Fair enough.
5
but
points.
if that game happens and Canada somehow upset the giant and take
Then it-
Jaisha's
then it-
script and throw it and light it on fire and then do a tap dance on the script. I mean, basically, if
Then it
Canada
becomes-
just somehow win.
So then basically USA Ireland becomes a qualifier game. A qualifier game. USA anyways qualify because
Yeah.
they go up to 6. But then depends on what happens between Pakistan and Ireland. If Pakistan don't win the Ireland game, then you go through because you have 4 points. But if
But still,
Pakistan
there, I
beat
think
Ireland,
net run rate is supreme, right? India is supreme in the net run rate.
yeah, I mean, if you are expecting Canada to beat India, then Canada can beat India by a big margin. बोल ही रहा है तो कुछ भी बोलो.
That is there. Yeah, good to see a lot of
All this
people.
conversation is not relevant because India is going to win. Surya Khan, मेरे को
इसी बात पे ये ओवर में अगर विकेट गया ना विकास,
Bye,
मैं अरुण को फोन करके बोलूंगा आई नीड अ फ्लाइट टुमारो मॉर्निंग.
Bro, you can't play that ball. That's it.
हाँ ऑफ कोर्स पंत का तो मिस्टेक ही नहीं है ब्रो, उसमें तो आई डोंट थिंक
वो
देयर इज
इतना उठाया बॉल इतना.
हाँ, और वो किधर भी खेलता है वुडंट हैव बीन एबल टू कनेक्ट. सीधा भी खेलता तो भी कनेक्ट नहीं कर पाता. ब्रो सीधा ही खेला था एक्चुअली, पर ठीक है.
हाँ. सब बस बैट लाने की कोशिश किया. He couldn't do anything else. But ठीक है. Anyway.
This is a
there
massive
any
game for Shivam.
Is there any spinner from the USA to watch out for? Do you
Harmeet.
think
There's one, left arm spinner.
Harmeet Singh.
when do you think he's going to be introduced?
So that's
not
the
it.
challenge now.
Dube.
With Dube out there.
Yeah, they could possibly go to Korea then next over, and that see whoever they go to next over, that is the chance. That is the chance that India will also take. Okay, let's try and take 10-15 of that over because the required rate is just 6.26, manageable, but you don't want it to go up to 8 or 9 with only Jadeja, Aksar, and the rest of the bowling to follow.
Okay, fair enough. I want to give this one to Vikas because he loves KL Rahul like no tomorrow. India seriously missing KL Rahul on this pitch. That guy played like these kind of pitches in luck now. Because
एटलीस्ट 100 के सर्किट पे तो खेलता है वो, बाकी कुछ बोलो ना बोलो.
किधर?
KL.
एटलीस्ट 100 के सर्किट तक तो खेलता, मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि 50 पे तो नहीं खेलता भाई.
You just don't want to play on this wicket, na? You have to go ahead and play the other games as well, Super 8s. And can't trust KL, bhai. It's okay.
Can't trust
Nah.
KL.
खेल भाई.
Bhai.
मजाक
Need
मत-
more of Vikas in Watchalong.
Cup. He's kept for you in the World Cup.
हाँ.
ODI
ये
World
स्टेपनी के
Cup.
साथ अवनीश एक्चुअली स्टेपनी के साथ ऐसे ही होता है. You never respect the Stepney until you need it.
Exactly.
But
bro.
you think really KL has that mindset to win the big games and all?
KL has all the skills.
Oh.
Somebody just has to talk
But
to him.
skills तो बहुत लोगों के पास है भाई.
ऐसे सरफेस पे तो अच्छा खेलता है वो. That
Yeah.
is his
मैं
bread
यही
and
बोल
butter.
रहा हूँ, on this wicket he would have played well. But again आगे भी तो जाना है.
हाँ तो आगे जाना तो वैसे खेलता. वहां पे
नहीं खेलता
ना
ना.
खिलाते उसको.
खेलता ना भाई. After all this while I can't really go back to KL and again.
अच्छा.
भाई,
You
I've
can
seen
go back
that
to
game.
other
KL
two, but
LSG
can't
Yeah,
go
if
back
you
to
go back
KL.
to a lot of other players were not KL.
Bro, LSG versus Mumbai. KL was playing like, okay, run a ball. Nicholas Puran came and just like उसको दिखा
अरे
दिया
क्योंकि
कि
वो उसका रोल है भाई. You don't
Role.
have Rishabh Pant
Oh,
and
but on that one KD wicket, हाँ, ठीक है आईपीएल के बारे में क्यों बात कर रहे हैं? On that one KD wicket, he played at the strike rate of 100. Come on,
okay,
KL
it
Rahul
is
के बारे
Corey
में
Anderson. Corey
One
Anderson,
second,
12
Corey
runs or a
Anderson with
wicket.
the ball. This KL
12
Jack
runs
can
or a
win.
wicket.
Oh, thickish edge. And Dube's looked so out of the water again. 2 of 7. And last time against Pakistan, 3 of 9. And that Bangladesh warm-up game also 16 balls for absolutely low score. Saurabh Netravalkar will probably be adding dismissal. Virat and Rohit is the same improvements on LinkedIn. Indeed.
Should do it.
There's one reel uploaded, guys. If you can go and watch it on a short, it's a meme. Like
yeah, go check that out. It's a new strand that we've introduced called cricket.com Trivia. It tells you a little bit more about Netravalkar. Or there's another one that we've
this
done.
is a meme. Just
There's another meme. Okay, it's just out because of the events which has ensued in New York.
Hey!
Oh, former MI to current MI in MI New York. Anyway, Virat number 3 was the best position, and Sachin going on to say Vikas is the exact opposite of Mr. Akshay Kumar Swami. Please be in an IPL with an RCB game, the IPL, WPL, it'll be fun. 100%. Like Vikas, that way, both me and him are similar as RCB fans than someone like Akshay. Akshay is just unbelievable, bro, in terms of being an RCB fan. Like, just the most pessimistic fan ever. I absolutely love and adore the depth and knowledge and insights you guys bring to every match, especially for the associate teams that other mainstream sites seem to ignore. Look, we love all the other associate nations. I'm actually a huge fan of how Nepal cricket has moved forward. We've done multiple feature stories on them. We've done interviews with Monty Desai himself. We've, of course, seen so many highlight packages from their games in your Kushal Mala, your Gulshan Shah. All of these boys, of course, have been taking Nepal cricket leaps and bounds forward. So thank you, Prayas, for that comment indeed. Are there any points carry forward in Super 8s? No, right? No, not this time. You've all watched so much cricket. Have you ever seen such extremes where the power play scores of the IPL? No chance. No one has. I mean, you watch so much cricket as well. It's not just been, this has been chalk and cheese fully. It's like a ODI and a T20 almost. हम दुखी है पर हमसे
हमारे पड़ोसी है.
That is true. That is true. Don't forget KL Rahal's shambolic performance in the World Cup 2023 final. Don't say he's a big match player, saying Bhavishnu Raghu.
This is not a big match. This is not a big match, nothing.
But eventually he'll have to go to the big match, right? If you
तब मत खिलाना इधर तो काम हो जाएगा ना तुम्हारा. Horses for courses, right?
Indeed. One more dot ball for Dube. It's a wide.
It's a wide.
It
it's a
within
wide.
the tram line, but it's given. When is Dube getting injured for Rinku? We spoke about Rinku to Somesh, who did see Rinku get a lot of net time in New York last night. So could be a back spasm coming in for Shivam Dube if he does fail again. I'd love to be able to contribute to cricket.com with some feature articles on Nepal cricket. Are you guys open for that? Get in touch with us on LinkedIn. I know a lot of freelance writers have written into me, and I'm more than happy to, of course, extend you guys to the right paths. And if we do have vacancies, we'll let you guys know. We did take this one from Adyan Singhal. And which one did I want to take? There was another one that I wanted to take. That they've taken all comments. We will, of course, feature the memes in 2 balls times really quickly then and have the memes corner out for you all. But Corey Anderson, 5 he's conceded in his 4 balls, and it'll be 6 that he's conceded, another single. So look, still no intent from Dube. I know he's trying to get on with it, but India kind of feels stuck, I'm guessing. 47 for 3, 10 overs gone, chasing 111. Vikas seems very confident that this 64 will be knocked off with ease. But imagine Arahsdeep and Bumrah having 10 to win of 11 balls and then winning. I would take that. I would take that 100%. Why not?
Yeah. So it's actually, guys, let's be very honest. इसके पहले जो वर्ल्ड कप खेले, we were like outright winners of the whole tournament and ऐसा वैसा वहां तक गए, and then we lost in finals or semi-finals. This is good, right? Our top order is getting tested. Everything is fine.
And I honestly wouldn't mind a loss in the group stage and then eventually win the competition.
So Australia is going in this tournament like we did in 2023 World Cup. And now we are struggling a bit. We are not losing yet, but we are struggling. Like, okay, Kohli is not getting a run. Rohit has got 50, but after that Pakistan game against his He hasn't done well. Again today also he got out. So it's okay. Surya is not getting run. Pant only getting runs. Chalo bhai. Ho jayega.
And Jadeja still not got some game time to perform himself.
Everyone
इससे
have
हम
their
दोनों हंस
personal.
पड़े.
And
इस पे भी
and
कुरुन content.
Hardik the
Sorry.
Hardik the batter needs to come good.
Yeah. So exactly. Wait. Sab hoga.
What
I'll
would be the one takeaway from this New York leg to the Super 8s for India?
forget.
Next, you can start. Or Vikas, you can start. Whoever
No,
wants to
Nikhil,
start.
let's go with next first.
No, I don't think you can carry too much into it because conditions will change a lot. So you'll probably say that okay, some of the scratchiness was also due to the pitches also. So cannot always be about very harsh and say, okay, yeah, you couldn't get going, but that was also because of the surface that we're playing on. You probably feel Siraj could have taken more wickets again, but that's not his fault. He's bowled well. Hasn't just had the luck to take those wickets in chunks. Uh, Slightly surprised by the usage of Jadeja, but again, only they know what they're trying to do there. So I don't think there is much to actually take away into the Super 8s.
Okay, let's
Actually,
just get those.
the best thing to take away from this whole New York League is to nothing, and go to Super 8s with absolutely fresh mind, because you'll get different pitches, you'll get different conditions, and it's basically this should be the forgetful learnings. I mean, I'm saying ki in terms of ki acha, in the next Super 8s as well, I think you will have to go for the runs, unlike this conditions and all. So it's best to forget.
Interesting. You guys can contribute your thoughts in the comments. There's some belters coming through from all the legends as usual, but we'll of course quickly pan into some memes right now as India 10 overs up and 47 for 3 chasing 111 against the USA. These are some of the memes to come out from this one. Right, really quickly then, we'll go one by one. Here is the first one. I'll come back to the Shah Rukh and Hrithik reference, but Netravalkar literally living the dream. I mean, not just Tendulkar, but a lot of people has, of course, just been lauding him for being the coolest tech pro ever. Look at that in terms of a CV. 8 years of experience at Oracle, principal member of technical staff, and all of that. But no one cares about that because he got Virat Kohli out for a duck in a World Cup game, not just in some bilateral
Golden
game.
duck.
A golden duck. Yeah, which is madness. So everyone seems to be rejoicing that and, appreciating sport and the story of Netravalkar. Before we show you the second one, Dube does get a single, I'm guessing, on the offside, or he'll come back for 2. I think he should come back for 2. So 5 of 10 for Dube, not looking good. No flat pitch, no catches drop, no Afghanistan, no black magic support, no party for Virat Kohli. This is another meme. There are plenty just coming in.
EP
right
is
now.
Babar Azam, so you can understand.
Yeah, exactly. And then the third one is Virat and Rohit to Modi ji. Vikas, you can read that.
अब समझ आए जब रिजल्ट अपने हिसाब से ना आए तो कैसा फील होता है. It's like Uno reverse to Uno again. Like they made a meme ulta when they didn't get the expected results. So yeah, it's just that. और राहुल कैसा है?
Uno reverse to Uno. I like that analogy. And then finally, Shah Rukh and Hrithik doing what they did in K3G. Me, if I knew Saurabh Netravalkar is going to get Rohit Sharma and Kohli up both. Absolute gold, this meme from Silly Point, who works with us, the Farsi cricketers. So good on Sehwag for, of course, doing that. Oh, if I let a cat out of the bag. Do people know his actual name? Maybe not. But look, thanks for that particular memes display with
Somebody's मुझे क्यों थोड़ा meme is going to trend in internal WhatsApp groups. ये cut
Oh
करना
my
पड़ेगा.
god, sorry. Apologies.
Correct.
But thanks for the producer and those memes that he selected today. Back to some of the comments in the watch along right now. India is still yet to get to 50, and it's the 11th over for T20 in a World Cup. How often will we say that in the future? How often have we said that in the past? We're saying it right now. Dube trying to release the shackles.
Yeah.
Where is he going?
He was
Where is
out
he
of
going?
balance. रन नहीं था भाई, तेरी कोई गलती नहीं भाई, आराम से, कोई लोड नहीं.
That's mad, honestly. And even that meme and reel of Dube saying things about Tala and Zameen Asman ka. Have you seen that one? His interview.
No.
No.
Destruction.
Hilarious.
कुछ तो बोला था, like that's something that he said.
Hilarious.
Something of like,
I'll take the comments in just a bit. But again, they're bowling really well to Dube. 5 of 14, yaar. This is unbelievable. Jaiswal and Sanju Samson will be cheering every dot ball. They'll be like, it's fine. Let it happen. No performance should be evaluated on this pitch to drop/select a player. As simple as that.
Yep.
Why? Why? No, just joking. But yeah, fair enough.
Drop
I
Virat.
get
Right,
it.
Avanish? Drop Virat.
No, never. No matter what happens, you can't drop the king. Dube looks so underconfident and lost man most of the times. Yeah, let's see if he can end the over well. Justdeep, no wicket for 14. And he really gets it. It's a poor keeping error, which will cost USA 4 and it'll give Dube just a little bit confidence if there is something to take out of that. But 53 for 3, 11 overs gone. And it is going to be a good game, I'm guessing. 57 still required of the last 9. These slow and uneven bounce pitches gave chance to Associate Nations, but I wonder why Ireland failed to capitalize. They even failed to win against Canada. They did consider themselves like a top team. And look, it's not got a plan for the Irish. Again, lots of good T20 pros, but maybe it's just the rub of the green, pardon the pun, not going their way. We've seen how Scotland have taken their chance in bossing that group, so much so that they could put their old foes England out with the work they've been doing there. But Vishnu going on to say, I hate this Pakistan fans. Even if their team is humiliated, they always try to troll the Indian team no matter what. Please, India, win at least for that sake. Clearly, you sound like Vikas to Dhoni fans, essentially, right now. And Gaming Singh joining from Canada, watching a US-India game. Good to see you. And your heart is beating very fast. Very, very fast. Arsh has come good in this leg. He'll have some confidence. Man of the match if India win, for sure. Arahsdeep, 4 for 9. And Bhai, I really hope this USA team goes to the next stage. They've shown more than that, for sure. And on good surfaces, I want to see them come to the party because Andres Gauss, Aaron Jones, they have the batting might over there. Corey Anderson could turn back the clock. And their bowlers, their 2-star pacers in Netravalkar and Ali Khan have been showing their worth as well. Dube really needs a left-arm spinner here. He does. That's why they're holding Harmeet back. So you could say Corey Anderson in a cynical sense is a left-arm spinner. But in all due respect... he's again! Where is he running? Where is he running? Is he trying to catch a bloody bus somewhere? Unbelievable. Meanwhile, Soumya Manidhar going on to say and ask us rather, Penny, for your thoughts. Do you think sports psychologists have now become essentialists for a strong team? In fact, we met the Indian team sports psychologist while we were doing fan cams. I think it was the India-Afghanistan game or it was the WPL. I'm not sure, but we did meet her and she gave us a lot of interesting insights about how psychology plays a huge part in sport. And look, make no mistake, Soumya, the fact that a lot of cricketers have now been coming out and calling mental illness, mental health is a big problem. And it is, of course, I mean, so much of cricket. And you could, of course, go into the ground with the scheduling and how hectic it's been. And I know people, of course, play a lot of cricket to earn a buck. But psychologists in this facet, in this game, in this tournament, the IPL, the World Cup, they're all over the shop. So the Indian team as well, I'm pretty sure, has a psychologist. I'm not sure if it's in public knowledge, but for sure, for all their youngsters in the NCA, which is the National Cricket Academy in Bangalore, they have everything like this for the players. And not just psychologists, but like people who will be training them on their media. People have been, of course, talking to them about different difficult problems that they'll have to deal with, the sports people. So they become essential. They've been massive for any team dressing room to survive. In fact, if you just want to understand better about how sports psychologists play a role in cricket, check out the Amazon documentary, The Test, about Australia. They have their sports psychologists over there and just how they kind of get into the players and not about the stats and the data, but just in terms of reminding them why they're here, why they're playing for the country, so on and so forth. So Pakistan really need a strong sports psychologist to break the jinx over there. So that's that indeed. It's another dot ball. My starter Sky set-top box was nearly going into that whole
same
sleep mode.
Same. Shaunak bhai.
Shaunak Bhai, please change it. But thanks for that, Soumya. I really appreciate the questions and hope you're enjoying this watch along. Like this video and tell a friend about cricket.com. We're here to stay. I'm guessing you're new to the channel, so subscribe if you're new and press the bell icon. The moment he got selected for the Indian squad, Dube's form is literally Dube there. Oh my god. Oh my god. But great over, yaar. Just two off it. Just two off it. And why is he trying to sweep it? And I don't know. Vikas, do you still think India are comfortably in this game? 70%? Ha, theek hai.
Okay, 65.
Sahi hai, bhai. Sahi hai. What's the percentage currently according to you? I think it's technically 52% USA, 48% India. If I'm just putting my cricketing logic on. Meanwhile, Akash taking a dig at RCB fans, two of us in the house here. Hey, Dhoni, could you come out of retirement? Here's Corey Anderson bowling for you. We all remember that, indeed. But Akash props on the Michael Bracewell interview. Read it earlier, and it was a good read. So that could whet your appetite for the West Indies-New Zealand game. Go check that out. It's available on cricket.com's interview, and go follow Akash as well. He's available on Twitter. Right. It is, of course, more pace to Dube. They're holding back that left arm spin option that they have, and the required rate now is 7 and over. You guys will have to go at it, India, because it'll just be hilarious to see the US beat India in the US. The whole talk about the World Cup and taking Virat and Rohit there for commercial opportunities. It's not worked out the way Jay Shah wanted it to work out. But look, Surya out saying Raj Limbu. One sec. Is Raj predicting the future? Is he one of those guys which walks around with the radio bookie on, getting updates earlier? Because Surya's on strike. Is he going to get out? I'll be fucking flabbergasted if Surya gets out. Oh my god, Surya nearly got out. Holy shit. Raj Limbu, do not do this to us. Do not do this to us, lad. For a second, I genuinely got scared, Raj Limbu. That's mad. That is mad. Ideally, what would be comfortable chasing in the last 5 overs? That's a good question. Just to get into the dying embers of this watch along, because there's still about 7 overs. But the crescendo of the game beckons, guys. So what can it be? Because we have one optimistic Indian fan, one realistic expert, and one highly energetic anchor who wants to see a result either way. So where are we sitting, and what do we want to see in the last 5 overs of the game? Vikas, I'll start with you.
Last 5 overs, 35, I think we'll be able to aram se chase. 35-40.
Pranav, I think not more than 35 probably. Nix, where are you? 35-40?
Is he stuck?
He's stuck. He's stuck like Dube. He's just stuck like Shivam Dube.
Oh,
he's back. He's back. Surya could be out. He's nearly done in here. Surely, hold on.
Netravalkar dropped his. Netravalkar dropped.
Oh my god.
Dropped his friend.
God. He's dropped his schoolmate.
Yeah, the friendship remains.
Oh my word. It went up miles in the air. And
Raj Limbu, what are you doing, bro?
What are you doing, Surya? And Raj Limbu, you predicted it so close yet so far. It went up miles in the air, like I said. It was short third man. Saurabh Netravalkar running behind it, and it was a relatively easy chance.
Should have been
put it down. Is that a friendship bias which goes all the way back 15 years ago? Is that because they've had great missile power together in school? Who knows? Who knows? But look, one thing is for sure, India haven't lost their 4th wicket, and Surya's still there. Surya's still there. This is the #1 best batter in the world, 23 of 31, by the way. And I know even Klaasen has got just shocking scores in this pitch. So New York has just found out all the best cricketers in the world. KOHLI, Skies, Klaasen. Ridiculous. Honestly, ridiculous. Nischal saying, Go hatao. Not hatao. Everyone's welcome. Everyone is welcome indeed. Next over, Surya out saying Raj Limbu. And one good thing Netravalkar did today, indeed. We were talking about how much we require in the last 5 overs.
Taking a lot of time to score runs.
Yeah, for sure. I missed the Jagmeet Singh Oberoi question or point rather that he's made. The USA is heavy in terms of being an analytics team, using the pitch really well and done their homework very well. And it comes down to Stuart Law. It comes down to the backroom staff. They have some key people in that dressing room. and it was evident in that series win against Bangladesh. They built up to the World Cup, and now again onwards and upwards. In fact, I was listening to the Club Prairie Fire podcast earlier today with regards to Aaron Jones being their guest, and he also was kind of confident about how things will happen and unfold and unfurl in the US. A hello to Abbas Kunde, late comer, but nevertheless, better late than never. Like this video, Abbas, please. And like all you guys have been following us right now, like this video so it helps with the algorithm. Right, Ali Khan still has 2 overs, and he's going to be bowling one of them right now. 60 for 3, 13 overs. There is going to be lots to say if India do lose to the USA, the giant killers that they are.
Dube should go over mid-off and extra covers. He should look for those runs at least.
Yeah,
Only if he goes there.
But he's just
talking about analysts. Half of them are analysts, bhai.
Yeah, indeed. Bhai Netravalkar himself is an Oracle engineer, which is known for making databases. Unke paas data nahi hoga, to kiske paas hoga? Saying Pranav Anand. That is true. And Nishchal asking us, what's our take on the West Indies New Zealand match tomorrow? Our takes, I told you my piece earlier, I would love to see New Zealand just get their first win and upset the apple cart in terms of Trinidad and the West Indies losing at home. But I think Purin's got to perform exceedingly well once again. And I think West Indies will win, but I want New Zealand to win it. You know what I mean? Again, great ball around the wicket, slightly getting big in the batter. Let's put it that way. Jagmeet Sachin saying, yeah, full of engineers and analysts. And Bangladesh versus Netherlands also is a good game for sure. By the way, the boys earlier today previewed both those games. Go check that out, the West Indies New Zealand game as well. So Sky's wife is breathing a sigh of relief in the stands, and she might be knowing Saurabh Netravalkar well as well. I mean, in terms of the school friends and all of that. But let's see if Sky can take India home. Ali Khan to Surya Kumar Yadav. What does he have? Pulled away from Surya. There is a fielder there, and it's one bounce.
Raj, Limbu agar out ho gaya na ye, bata mazak nahi kar raha main.
It's just another single. What do you guys think will happen? Honestly, heart and heart. We're sitting here right now at 11:06 p.m. Can the US win? Vikas?
No.
Nikhil?
Can. Acha, nahi, but no. They won't.
Nikhil?
Can, yes, will, hopefully not. But so far you haven't seen them break away from the chase. And it is getting closer to comfort.
But what? Oh God, is it?
No.
Or is it drop ball?
Should have been wide. No.
But he just looks
giving a stare. He's giving a stare to Dube. Abhi sharam kar lo yaar. Kya kar?
Bro, but he just looks like a fish out of water, wrapped in front of the headlights. Whatever analogy or phrase you want to compare Dube with right now, but it's tough. 14 of 23 is a tough watch, and I know the caveat is the New York pitch, but it's a real tough watch. Anyway, I just wanted to ask Nick and Vikas really quickly, if the USA win, what will it mean to them and the cricket going forward in that country? Will it become the next hotspot in terms of countries going there and just plying the trade, like how Ireland, of course, had that in 2007 and what Ireland has become? So do you think it can go down the Ireland path where people started going to Malahide, Dublin just to play a couple of games, but then it actually is doing their country a world of good?
Yeah, I think 100%. Beating Pakistan first, then India, if at all it happens. So first of all, you're spreading your game. People are more aware about, which is this in USA team that beating the so to say giants like India and also Pakistan. And the news spread, and then you'll get more money as well in the sport, and more players. They will be like, okay, it just can't be like apna weekend wala. It can't be just our weekend outing, because I've heard Netravalkar saying he still goes to Monday to Friday. He goes to office, Saturday, Sunday. He practice and finds time like that only. But short Surya should go out.
Out,
no, we'll take that. But yeah, I mean, I guess what Vikas is saying is just the fact that it'll open up many more opportunities for people wanting to play cricket properly and professionally in the US. Nix, is there any other sort of way you see this win doing them a world of good going forward in cricket.
Yeah, you could have more franchises also. You have MLC where you have 3 owners who are Indians. It could lead to expansion there. You could have a lot more people just taking up the sport in general, which will allow these franchises also to tap into that market. That okay, we now have academies in the US, because you have to remember this. It's not a place where you have a lot of like scouted talent. So who knows, if you set up academies there, you could get a lot of people who could be natural talents, and then you can give them that livelihood that come play cricket, and nothing better than that, because there is a lot of Indian audience already there, or Asian audience too, so to speak. So they'll all be more than happy to take up the game, and that's as good as it can get. But if India do lose, though, I think it'll be one of India's worst ever losses in the history of the game. If
Yeah,
ever.
100%. It'll be a real dark day for India. Make no mistake. Even though it is something which won't affect them in the World Cup in terms of larger
Of
scale,
course.
at least we
And
hope.
again, this is not a dig at USA. It is very good for them, but the side will be, like, I don't know the right word to use there.
No, I agree. I absolutely agree. And USA will then have a 100% record against India in World Cup competitions, and it'll just be madness.
Chalo,
Then.
Shivam bhai, chalo, chalo.
अरे
Oh,
बाला,
finally!
Ah,
Shivam Dube launches one, and he's got that monkey off his back. A
Yeah.
six.
full ball,
And how
poor ball
much?
from Kore.
How much he needed that, how much all the fans of CSK needed that, how much all the fans of Indian cricket in the Benamin for Shivam Dube needed that, and Shivam Dube, and of course Rohit and Dravid as well. So let's see if that six just acts as a catalyst for India to get the job done. Vikas and Nick saying 35 the last 5. It's 38 to 34 right now, so it's going down that route. Raj Limbu making predictions continuously, saying Nischal, New Zealand will win the game tomorrow, because Nischal was asking us that earlier. What's the highest that an over has gone for here in the last 10 overs? It's a good question. We'll pull it up with our stats man in just a bit, Pranav Anand. The whole nation will erupt if India lose today. It's not going to happen if the
Yeah.
if the Americans don't take a few more
wickets
wickets
in
right now.
सब लोग आ गए शांत से। एक छक्के
Avisham.
अभी ये एक 6 के बाद एक छक्के ने वर्ल्ड कप नहीं जिताया। ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा।
Vikas,
And then did you see that other response where MS Dhoni fans made that reel about Gautam Gambhir saying, "Ek coach ne IPL nahi jeeta," and Gambhir is just sitting there.
No, it was not.
That-
It was not that. I was talking एक 6 के बाद में you guys are confident. मैं पहले से confident था. Please.
over confident बोलते हैं उसको.
नहीं,
Overconfident. And
तुम
plus, you were worried. You were
ऐसे
very
cricket
worried.
खेलते हैं। तुम लोगों को मतलब ऐसे relax में बैठ के ठीक है।
We need 110 plus run over to kill the game, and that's what we've got. That is the exact over we've got. Rizwan was criticized.
They
Surya's
only
getting
got
praised.
7. They
Hypocrisy.
only got 7
Everyone
from
has
this over.
struggled, Pranjal. Everyone has struggled. So we're not getting away
Everyone
with
is
it.
hypocrite as well, so it's okay.
And everyone is sometimes a hypocrite as well. If Dube doesn't stay till the end, and he's getting dropped for sure, got to give it up for the US feeling, not what you generally want from an associate nation. And for India to win,
But
this guy's
it's actually gone better for all of them, to be very honest. You look at PNG's fielding as well in the game against West Indies, it was top notch. So they are also touted as one of the best fielding sides, one of the best fielding associates as well. So it's generally getting better, and they are playing a lot of cricket, which is a good thing for the game.
yeah.
That they play far more regularly at times. Is that
Swept away for just a single, 36 of 31 then. And India slowly but surely getting the job done here in New York. Cricket fan inside me, beg your pardon, saying Pranjal, Revankar saying supporting the US. National inside me supporting India. And Karthik saying, and Karthik, like this video, Karthik, before we take your comment. Ye USA to Panchayat ka Banaras nikla.
वापस निकला।
Wow. And Shashank Chaudhary making a point. We'll just take that after this final ball of Corey Anderson's over. Wicket list so far is 3 overs, but that was a tough one for them to take, because what was it? I think 12 off that over, something like that. And exactly 35 from the last 5. Can you believe it? So India need that much to get the points in the bag and to, of course, qualify for the Super 8s. Shashank saying, guys, don't think cricket has a space for another sport with NFL, MLB, NBA, MLS, and ice hockey already consuming the eyeballs. Yes, there's an Asian sizable population, but unless the average white man gets into it, and that is a key. For me, that is the key. The second half of that point you're making, Shashank, if the proper Americans don't take to the sport, then it's a problem. But now they're getting a little sniff at it. They're getting a little taste of what it can happen in terms of the game of cricket and the ebbs and flows and why it's followed by so many people. And even the fact that they beat Pakistan at Super Over, a lot of people, celebrities, so on and so forth, started tweeting it. And it's just only going to do them a world of good. That's why today, cynically, I wanted them to win. So it just promotes the game even more and does another country a world of good. And
Chalo.
look, 2028, LA is also having the Olympics in cricket, first time ever. So that'll also be a huge talk of the town at the time. Maybe play an IPL season there and see. No chance. I don't want that to happen. Cricket will test. Cricket will test till the last ball. Don't know what that is.
This over has to go, though. This over has to go. 16 runs.
Has to go. 35-30.
16
But-
runs for
16 runs set, hopefully, of this over. So, wait, 19 of 24 और फिर बाद में वहाँ से 2 ओवर में आराम से खत्म करो.
I mean, the partnership so far is 36. So technically, these guys have done pretty well to put on a stand, but now they just want to finish it off. I think the umpire is warning Aaron Jones about what? Field placements or over rates? What is the conversation going on there right now? Your guess is as good as ours. No point on getting harsh in the batters in this pitch. Play and move on, saying Ganesh N. Spot on, Ganesh. Like this video, Ganesh. Good point you just mentioned over there.
Actually, if you look at it, Sky or Surya का Sky और ये क्या हुआ?
1 second. There's a signal from Paul Rifle here, and I think essentially.
5 runs penalty.
It's a 5-run penalty. Can you believe it?
For what?
We will just tell you why that happened, but it's a 5-run penalty for the USFA. I think it was a final ball of that over where the
taking too long between the 2 overs.
Oh my God. That is something to talk about. That is madness. Controversial. If
they have the timer on the screen, so I'm sure they would have had a good look at it.
Still, I mean, that's a first in a World Cup, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is not a warning. This is direct penalty.
Yeah, this is a direct penalty, and it's a direct penalty which you can see 35 from 30 became 30 of 30. So 5-run penalty, and Saurav Nirala points that out first in the chat to do so. But crazy, absolutely crazy. But Vikas, do you think that's like a proper precedent set going forward in the tournament? Because right now, I wouldn't have ever seen that ever. Because you won the player or the team in this case. So are you shocked as much as me?
Yeah, I'm pretty shocked to see that. Like, of course. And I mean, I haven't seen any warning as well yet, right? There was no warning as such, and like straight up. And at such crucial juncture, see 35 and 30. Now it's pretty much India's game. Like, it's India's game to lose. Hey, what's happening?
What is happening there? Paul Rifle, he's been in the thick of things. Now he's, of course, pointing at someone over there. And I think it was a square leg umpire who was not ready.
Oh, no, I
still
think
counting the fielders.
Fielders, I guess.
Yeah, they were counting the fielders. I mean, unbelievable. Pranav Anand clarifying, saying USA took more than a minute between overs 3 times, so 5-run penalty. Or thrice as it happened. So they have been warned. USA been docked 5 penalty runs. They've gone past 60 seconds to start new over 3 times in the innings. Yeah. Thanks for that information. It's happening for the first time in international cricket. I thought as much. And India will probably win now, saying Shashank Chaudhary 111.
Short ray बोल के एक single आ रहा है.
अरे मुझे लगा वहाँ पे ये गया, but ठीक है. But
26
and you thought Jay Shah was on holiday?
Who, me?
You thought? No, I'm saying ki
you general.
In general.
All of that. Don't know how to answer people who will call this innings as a minnow basher on this track. Should not undermine.
Exactly. This is not. Honestly.
It isn't indeed. 26 of 27. 100% man of the match is Arahsdeep, right?
Yeah, hands down.
Yeah.
Or would you give it to a batter because it's a bowler's pitch? Because technically then that rule of cricket should have been changing. On a batter's pitch. Give it to the bowlers.
The point is, you are chasing only this much because you had a bowler taking those many wickets. Had that not happened, Ravi Shastri would have remembered more.
That is crazy, but it's something to think about from a USA perspective, because if they were warned, not once, not twice, but thrice, then they should have gone on with it. So, tough one for them to take, but rightly so then, apparently, the way it's turned out. 86 for 3, 15.4, and a
Yeah.
single for India.
कोई like chance नहीं दो भाग में.
No, he'll stick with
कोई
one.
chance नहीं.
Dube!
He's
For
not
all the
running.
talks, Dube's strike rate is better than Sky. Just FI.
But
Dube's?
yeah.
Dube's
But
what?
Sky played those first few overs, no?
That is partnership
those-
batting. That is
Huh?
partnership batting. That is partnership batting. Eventually, दोनों ने एक 6 मारा है, दोनों ने एक 4 मारा है. There is nothing else
but
to pick.
I mean, I test के हिसाब से Dube was much more uncomfortable in
Of course, 100%. But he's hung in there, not thrown it out.
yeah,
Which is
100%.
also fair.
And
And
it will
now he's
remain a
looking
dot
more
ball.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Now he's
And
looking
it'll
far
remain a
more
dot ball. So 24 of 24, and Pranjal going on to say after 5-run penalty, now I'm supporting USA. Okay,
Why?
fair enough. What will happen if this rule is in the IPL? It should
Never
be.
chance. Mumbai Indians will always start with 20-0. So,
It'll
like
be
minus
nuts.
20-0 in that way.
Only wickets can save USA right now, saying Pranjal again. Keep your comments coming through. I know there's just about 10-15 minutes max if this watch along. So we will, of course, be talking about all things that we've liked and disliked so far in this game. And it's been a good watch. Again, another low scoring T20, but still given us a lot to think about. Lots of people will be taking home that whole fact that Virat got after Golden Duck, turned engineer, and all of that bullshit. And Roko hasn't really fired or set the world alight, this tournament at least. But still, plenty of games to be watched and, of course, played by Team India in this World Cup. But 3 down and 3 wins, hopefully. They're still 24 runs away from it. Sky flicks it. It's a chip shot. And he should come back for 2, but he doesn't. He'll stick with a single.
I don't think
this
Virat
time
will
around.
even take a vacation to USA. Well, at least New York.
To New York, right?
What is in
I wonder how much he... Do you remember how much he got in that series? Did he play well in that series in Florida, Miami against West Indies? Like, what's his T20 international average in USA?
Let's
We can just check that out. You can check it out and tell us. By the way, go give all the writers of cricket.com some love. They've been putting out some really, really good features, analytical.
I thought in radar, Ray. Hut. Thoda sa aage to khul jata ho.
Yeah, it should have been hit for 4, but wasn't. Analytical, there's some features, there's some interviews, all available on cricket.com's website. So go give some love to the boys over there. How concerned are you about Sky for the West Indies? I am, goes on to say Adyan Singhal. He will have to hold his shots in those slowish wickets. And that's the thing, right? Because, I mean, where's your main concern with Sky?
My main concern with Sky is to play those fancy shot early on his innings. What a shot! Talking about fancy shots.
Good.
That's
shot.
a 6 and that's a game for India.
6, and that should clinch the game for India.
Yeah.
They had to weather storm, but they've probably got over the line right now. Yeah, sorry, next.
6 games for Virat Kohli in the US, 68 runs, 11.33 average.
बोल रहा हूँ ना नहीं जाना चाहिए
definitely not going to New York.
He's going to Australia again. Let's go to Australia.
So that means like, Vamika and Akai also won't go to the US to complete their studies.
Studies जा सकते हैं ना, studies के लिए कौन
He wants to finish it in this over. The 3 balls and there's 16 to be had, and now there's 12 to be had.
Trust Team India.
Because Vikas wanted runs from Sky, so Sky scored.
At least one request. And if the next game is washout, I'm not there. I don't think I'm there for the Super 8 games. So Kohli will score then. Chillax, guys. You guys will wait for me. 3:23:31 is the timing. Just clip it out.
Why do people call Sky a minnow basher, bro?
Because he is. But he
is.
क्या बोलूं यार? ठीक है. It's not a minnow bashing inning. It's a very important inning rather.
He's got 2 here. So look, Sky getting some runs, and that's critical for India. And India getting over the line after a slight hiccup initially. There was, of course, a cause of concern when they were 39 for 3 and Pant departed the time. But now they're seemingly cantering towards the target of 111. But USA, make no mistake, have given India more than just a game. And there's still 10 runs to be had. So I think we'll go into the second over. I hope you guys did let us know what times you guys were predicting earlier. But if you haven't, the time is run out for that competition indeed. Final ball of this over, and Sky will get a single and keep strike indeed. Ground dimensions will play a part in the West Indies saying Abbas Kunde. It is. And I'm fascinated to see some of the venues come to the fore. I know there's West Indies, New Zealand in Trinidad. There is, of course, St. Vincent, which will see South Africa play. I think Nepal also play there. There is North Sound Antigua, where England are playing both their remaining last games. So some great games. What are you guys looking forward to in terms of the remaining games in the next couple of days at least? Because there's West Indies, New Zealand tomorrow. Then there is tomorrow, this time, Bangladesh, Netherlands. Then England, Oman, Afghanistan, PNG, and then USA, Ireland, Nepal, South Africa. Anything which stands out for you guys in the next 2-3 days that you really want to see?
Yeah, I mean, there are, of course, you start with the game tomorrow. That is always there. If Bangladesh Netherlands should be a good one to watch. New venue, not a lot of cricket there. That should be interesting. England Oman not so much. US Ireland, Florida, but again, weather is a concern there. So let's see how that eventually pans out.
Yeah, indeed. By the way, Saturday we're going to be doing the Watchalong Canada India. For that, Sky pulls away for 6. Oh, sorry, my bad. Got carried away. It was an optical illusion. It'll come back for 2. So
आराम से खेल यार, मतलब 12 ball. I don't want that thing. Oh, like Shashank's comment is also recording that only. don't hurt US's net run rate.
No, indeed. But 45, 43, 2 4s and 2 6s for Sky. Let's see if he can get to his 50. He's trying to, and he's trying to finish the game off in a jiffy here, because India need a 9 at the start of this over. They need 7 right now. There's still 5 balls left. So in all likelihood, the game should be done and dusted in the next 5 balls for Team India, and they will see a Q next in their name for the Super 8s and join Australia and South Africa as a third team to do so, joining the Super 8. So there's 3 out of 8 teams who are definitely going to be there, and then the next 5 are up for grabs, and we love that. We would absolutely love to see who else joins them. 6 to win. It would be perfect if Shivam Dube does a little golf swing to give Indian fans plenty of joy. I know some people will still be sulking about Virat getting out for a golden duck, but it's all right.
Vikas बोल दे direct.
I was just looking at our good friend here, Vikas, but it's okay. And again, the amount of side screen.
Again, who won?
The side screen distraction. I don't think they've understood that part of the game yet, the US.
Yeah.
You can't walk around whenever. And Dube, okay, fine. Dube is actually wanting to give Sky the opportunity to get to 50, maybe.
He knows what Hardik said, no? Not out zaruri hai.
Yeah, exactly. Tilak will be watching this. But finally, it's India batting in sunshine for the first time in the World Cup. Good on them. First time in this World Cup, the sun is shining brightly. So Sky's at 48 or 45. It'll be his slowest ever T20 International 50 for sure. You don't even have to check that up. Only time will tell if he gets a 4 and a single to do it, or whether this is the winning shot. So Surya Kumar Yadav, no.
See, again, he's all ready. He crossed and then he's ready for that. But
he's ready to just like scoop it out of the park. Everyone's there. His better half is there. His family is there. They're all trying to.
Arahsdeep's father was Arahsdeep's father, I guess.
Whinge him out. Let's see. By the way, Shubh Agarwal, our good friend and colleague, has already put out a match story on cricket.com's website. He's titled it "Old Habits Troubling Kohli in the New York Leg of the T20 World Cup." Love that headline from Shubhas. Right. That is available, and so is a lot of other content on YouTube and Instagram, and of course, Twitter too. We've put out the second episode of Tic Tac Toe. which Vikas beat Akash in. There is, of course, more Q&As to come out and lots of other things. Ajay Chawla is late to the show, but he still goes on to say, hello, Nix. You can say hello to me
Hey.
and Vikas as well, man, but it's fine. It's all right. The sun is shining brightly, so is Surya.
Yeah, he's still in shock after that revelation of who am I.
Man, the game should have been done in this over. I'm sick and tired of them just taking their own time. But look, 4 of 12, and Surya is 1 away from a 50, a World Cup 50. What is the highest score for a batter in New York this World Cup? Is it Surya's 50?
No. It's that Canola's player, right?
No, that was
Keita.
Dallas.
Keita?
That was Dallas.
That was Dallas. How much did Rizwan get yesterday?
Huh?
51?
How much did Rizwan? Rizwan got 53.
53.
Okay.
So Surya could equal it.
Otherwise, even Rohit scored 50, right?
How much did
Rohit
Rohit
scored a 50 in the first game,
He
right?
won, na?
Ireland.
Yeah, that's what I'm checking. 1 second.
Aaron Johnson, 54.
Rohit scored a 52. Aaron Johnson scored 54 yesterday.
Yeah, Aaron Johnson 54 as well. Miller made some runs here too. Any changes for the last group stage? Not the same percentage. Hope the weather holds up, Shashank, in Florida. That's all we care about. Anyway, flicked away. Oh, I thought that was the run.
It was wide. I
Oh
thought.
my God.
ठीक
I
है,
thought
ठीक है,
those
ठीक है.
were runs. Man, like, let them finish off this. But I've ordered a burger, which is like an hour ago, and it's just sitting in front of me, and I can smell it. I can smell the bacon. I can't wait to tuck into it. But waiting for this Watchalong to end. Miller's 59 not out, saying Adyan Singhal was a high score.
Nice.
So 4 550s that we've seen in New York. But
Yeah,
look,
50
in
for Sky.
yeah, and 50 for Sky as well. So good on him. 50 of how many balls?
49.
Just 49 balls. So it's perfect. T20 score. Strike rate's overrated. But in New York, it isn't, is what I'm saying. Bacon ain't good for Indian side. It isn't, man. So many things isn't good for life. But random.
See, this is why
Why?
it doesn't tell you why. This is why it didn't tell you why.
Yes. This is why I didn't tell me I like Ajay Chawla is having his own piece of the pie. Right. India with a 7-wicket win. So 7-wicket win against the Irish as well, right? We won by
8
we?
wickets. No, 7 wicket win.
Yeah.
No.
No.
8
Eight wicket
win.
win. 8 wicket win.
Rohit was
down the
retired.
ground from Shivam Dube, down the ground, and is it 4? It doesn't matter. They'll come back for 2, and that is
Hopefully.
the final touch being applied by that left-hander who has been criticized throughout this game. But India, after a couple of hiccups in the game, have gotten over the line against the USA. 111 being chased down. Nelson, if I'd like to call it that way, in India, becoming the 3rd team in the World Cup to march into the Super 8s along with Australia and South Africa. It's been a good watch, make no mistake, even though the US at some point in time did give a lot to worry about from an Indian perspective. But nevertheless, it's been a fantastic watch. Vikas, your biggest takeaway from this game?
My biggest takeaway from this game.
That
I mean, it's
USA is a threatening bowling attack. Khatam.
Huh?
That USA is a threatening bowling attack.
No, see, we won this time as well and last time as well. So it's okay. So the thing is, see, I really wanted, like I mentioned earlier as well, really wanted runs from Surya, runs from Virat. Runs from Virat didn't happen, but runs for Surya and some really important runs. It was not like, I mean, on the scorecard, you may see it like, okay, Minu Basher and all, but it's really important. Whoever will see, we've seen the game will definitely understand. And yeah, I think we've got pretty much clarity about bowling as well. I think Arahsdeep is going forward the next second pacer for sure. Siraj will be the first one to jo bahar jayega. So I think we are pretty much sorted, and good hiccups to go to the Super 8s. We haven't really won outright, and that's good. That's good for like knowing the अपना past experience देख के. ठीक है भाई.
No, that's true. And Arahsdeep 100% brilliant. 7 for 72 right now in terms of the World Cup figures for him, and that's similar that Hardik Pandya has 7 for 72. So both of them actually, in terms of wickets taken this tournament, are right up there for India. I know Bumrah went wicketless today, but his figures as well has been immaculate this tournament. But the biggest positive for me, little bit Dube, yes, but more from the bowling perspective, and only time will tell what they'll do in Florida against Canada. Will they get those guys warming the bench into the 11, or will they not change it? Only time will tell. Next, final words and thoughts with you. India getting the job done, but it could have been a banana skin for them.
Yeah, and a good banana skin, as Vikas said. Vikas said you were duly tested. Everybody was Rohit, Virat, Sky, Dube. Both Sky and Dube will take these runs. They won't matter about the strike rate. Good on Shivam also to not just have a hack and just throw it away. That's a good sign that he's wanting to be staying there and fight it out. Good confidence booster going in. I'm not say confidence booster, but good to get a score under your belt. Hasn't had any score for that matter. But I think the bowling should please them a lot more, especially for Hardik and Arshdeep. I think Arshdeep getting those 4 wickets, and Hardik probably had a spell of what, 2 for 14 if I'm not wrong. So top work from him as well. And again, you take a good scrapey win on a tough batting deck. So I think India will be happy with that work. Something for them to be working on. There is new ball views still against left arm pace. It will be there in the future games as well. So it will keep everybody honest and a good place to be in.
Can't hear
Shabash.
you.
Thank you.
Shabash.
It had to be somebody else to do it. Thank you so much.
Just, I was going to say, as you're joining us right now on this watch along, we appreciate all you guys who've made this a terrific watch along yet again on cricket.com. Indeed. And Soumya quickly saying Vikas' biggest takeaway, jinx is real after tonight. Thank you, Soumya, and thank you, Adyayan, Srijan Moy, Ajay Chavla, Sachin, all you lovely people to make this watch along a special one. And who was it who fired in this comment? Are you guys ready for the Oz game? I mean, it'll be great. We're ready for every particular game. There'll be more watch-alongs for sure. And great stream again, guys. Congratulations for the qualification. Good night. And good night to all you lovers of cricket.com. There's more to come. And we'll see you guys in terms of the watch-along next on Saturday. But, of course, join the boys tomorrow for the 12 p.m. What's Up World Cup show, which is available as well. Thank you, Vikas and Nix, for your time. And we'll leave it there. India winning, getting the job done. And from New York, next they go to Florida. We'll see you there.